Uh-oh. What happened?
Oops.
Every show is
Hello.
a show. Every show is
I zigged when I should have zagged.
No, it just goes all by itself. So
Yeah. I was looking for the little.
Hey,
everybody!
Oh, hey. Should we start all over again?
Bum, bum, bum.
Let's just do a redo. Hi,
I'm
what are we
Bum,
doing?
bum.
I blame
Bum,
Cristobal
bum.
Santos Munoz.
Okay.
En nombre del Padre Espíritu
I'm
Santo.
Indigo Montoya.
Hey,
Kill my
I
father.
see what you did.
Prepare to die.
I see what you did,
There
sir.
we go.
Oopsie.
How's it going, everyone?
Oops-a daisy, everybody. Sorry about that.
Hello.
Oh,
You
my
know, we have a-
Cristobal Santos Munoz over here.
Sorry, we have a new intern. That's from Australia.
I gotta pay for rehab somehow.
He's interning at the
This on-the-job training isn't going so good.
They're paid interns now.
Wait,
Oh,
what?
They're production
Yeah, that's
assistants.
Monique got the rule passed. It wasn't Howard.
No pay. No
Production
pay.
assistants.
Greetings, everybody. Welcome to Monday night, November 28th on your RadioGunk.
Do you
wanted
guys know quick little.
I wanted to
there's
just. What are
there's
you
a new-
talking blathering about?
No, there's a new law that you can no longer do NDAs for sexual harassment settlements. So if someone, an intern wanted to do JD dirty, it would be full disclosure.
Can't wait.
Ooh. And thank you for noticing.
Yeah.
Square.
Anyway, sorry about that. I'll shut up now.
Hold on, I gotta move myself. I'm in the wrong square. And actually, Dennis should be over here.
Why should
Da 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 da. Oh no, I can't have Dennis right underneath my cooch.
Hello there.
What's going on? What's going on, Avant?
Proud of you, Abe Rizzo, for not even knowing he was on the air today. I'm jealous.
Well, based on how our listening thread started out this morning, one would think that nobody knew that he was on.
No.
All right, I have to confess, I actually checked Cokehead from Brooklyn's Insta because
Yeah, that's the way to do it,
she's knowing
Dennis.
of
She's on
everything.
Facebook. Yep.
she had nothing. She had nothing about the show today. I'm like, oh well, no show. Good.
Well, according to our calendar, he was supposed to be on today, right? So we knew.
Yeah, calendar.
The calendar
I
never
know,
lies.
I know.
And why you saw that strange, inexplicable promotional blitz is because I don't think HBO trusts his listenership for 5 seconds that he has what he says he has in terms of just straight up promotion.
We have a
Well-
lot of thoughts about that
We
tonight.
have a lot of things about that. Yeah.
And that's the name of tonight's show, is because the sheer amount of what we love to call wig pro quo that was going on today was
It's
off
crazy.
the charts. Everything was a promotion. Everything. He has now, because he really so desperately wants that Emmy. And Xavier and I were talking about it earlier. It's like, and he's like, nah, I think he just wants to get paid. And I'm like, no, he really, now that he's coming into these, these senior golden years,
Yeah.
what he's realizing
Golden years. Pop, pop.
the only thing he has on his shelf is a Blockbuster award, and he has nothing to show.
And a Razzie. And he won a
Wait,
Razzie.
You know what? I'm going to disagree. I'm going to say that maybe the stock market hasn't been so kind of vigorous lately. I think
Maybe not lately, but
listen, I totally get the ego aspect, and there's no way of arguing that. 100% he's an egomaniac. But I think that maybe people have been taking back lately.
Nah.
How immune is he from that shit happening?
Nah.
So I do
Okay,
have, but
okay.
when I talk about money, a couple of the promotions today, I'm guaranteeing he got paid. That 112 got paid. Nobody else did. He got paid.
Could you
100%.
imagine,
they-
Dennis? Could you imagine having a job where you're getting $1 million a show, which is essentially what he gets, and during that show in which you're getting paid $1 million, you do nothing but promote yourself
Someone
and
else.
other
He got
people for another
Metallica.
job.
Metallica paid him for that. That was
Wait,
that
hold
was
on, time out
way
a
too
second.
long.
Why
That's
isn't
what
this
broke
live
his-
on YouTube? We are live on YouTube. What are
We
you
are?
talking about?
Oh, wow.
Dirty
Get a strike
syringe?
just for
What
just
did
for
I do?
being-
Thank you, Ida.
We're
No,
on
everybody,
MySpace.
everybody else that's commenting right now is on YouTube, so it's definitely on YouTube, my friends.
Oh.
So sorry that you're on Twitch. Thank you so much. No, I did not watch the HBO special. As a matter of fact, I was already
I
in
refuse
bed
to.
watching TikToks. At 10
God, yeah.
So yeah, he's way past.
I was
this
staring
stuff.
at my ceiling. It was more entertaining.
Well, I want to talk about a couple of things first, just in terms of RadioGunk.com. So we do this Secret Santa thing every year. I am still waiting on a couple of addresses. We had a good turnout this year, and it's going to be lots of fun. And Dennis, you'll be, I think you'll like who you got. Maybe, I don't know. We'll see. But I think it's actually.
You actually drew my name? Oh, thank God.
Yes. No, I did not draw your name. Sorry, it wasn't me.
No, I mean, you actually drew it. Last year you didn't. But
Dr. Ivan did, Dennis.
Yes. So, okay.
Yeah, I Monique, I'm off Twitter now. When I saw Dr. Ivan said he's off Twitter, that was enough for me.
That was
done.
enough to tap out.
Yeah, that was.
Wait,
that was
Dr.
good.
Ivan quit Twitter?
Yeah, he declared
make me
himself off
That's all he
Twitter.
lives
Yeah.
for. And those that filter, that cartoon filter on
filters
Photoshop.
that he uses. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Okay, so what we're going to talk about tonight is the shameless promotion that was Howard. I do want to mention just really, really quickly. I took a screenshot from Bring Back Jackie on Twitter, basically saying the following: for those who didn't listen today in Howard Stern show, Bruce Springsteen's name was mentioned 84 times. And I asked him, I said, is that a real figure? He's like, absolutely. 84 times today. 84, my friend.
It seemed
It's almost the number of
obscene.
shows he does a year.
Exactly.
I mean, it did seem quite obscene, and yeah, that number doesn't seem very far out there because it was bad. I mean, and you got to remember, the last hour of the show was just a paid promotion for Metallica, and you know there was also a half-hour paid promotion for Sammy Hagar. So it was an hour and a half of the show out of the 4 hours almost it was on. That was nothing but paid promotion. So he did it 84 times in the other 3.
In the rest of the
3.5
time.
hours.
Well, he did happen to mention to Lars about his interview. Oh my God, the thank you list for the people on HBO. I mean, there's just so much to go through. If you'll notice when I send you guys the list of clips for tonight, I didn't really number anything except for like 2 of them, simply because we're just going to kind of jump around a little bit tonight because all of it was the same. It was just all the same shit. But we will, however, start with what he thought was the most important thing to start his show with, which really kind of scares me.
Bigfoot. Eat my ass.
Say what?
Bigfoot, you have shit in your fur.
I'm gonna take that fucking helmet in yours and take a shit in it, you fucking asshole. And shit in your face it is.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, your friend and ours, Howard Allen Stern, did a half hour of making believe that he was Darth Vader to Super Twink's Bigfoot. And that's what the show started with.
Oh my God, Monique! Chris Wilding's so talented. He's like Artie and Billy West all rolled into one.
You know, he's been getting the Jackie chair a little bit more than I would like him to.
That's Shuli's
Well,
dream.
you
Is
know.
what Chris Wilding's doing right now.
That little- he's got that little twinkie dink, you know.
Yes.
Kind of likes that.
Yeah, I don't know. It
A
was
little
just
too
really
much.
horrible. So I zoomed through that immediately because we all know why he was on today? What Dendo?
You missed so much incredible content
Mm,
of Howard not able to sound like Darth. He sounded like Darth Kermit, which is
Mhm,
great. This is
mhm.
Darth Kermit, and Wilding just being unfunny. It was truly like I
And
just sat there and like, going, why is this live?
they couldn't segment out him doing Darth Vader versus everybody else. So Robin would pop in and
Yep.
her voice would be like this as well. And then he would come in and his voice, and he's like, this isn't the way it's supposed to be. It's only supposed to be my voice. Why is this happening? And he was just getting as pissy as a human being could possibly get. So yeah, total hack start to a show. And one would think now, coming off of the glory that was last night. Now, who even knows if people were listening? It's 10 o'clock. It's a football day. It's a travel day. And we really, as a group, have a lot of thoughts as to the hows and whys of his promotional blitz, his even being on HBO to begin with. And John has so graciously sent just a shit ton of like HBO stuff. So I think we're going to do like a little sideshow of just like, Howard versus HBO, just so everybody can see how he has been about pretty much everything that has to do with HBO.
You know what was really disturbing about the start of this morning is like Irene Cara died over his break. Like, and she was actually a pretty big star, not a mention. Not a mention.
Yeah,
I
he
mean,
didn't care about her.
I understand it, but it's supposed to be like a pop, it's supposed to be a pop culture show. And
Listen,
that,
he has an agenda today, and his agenda
I know he had an
today was
agenda.
to
It's just
promote
so
shit.
bizarre.
He was
Bigfoot?
promoting shit. Okay.
When I use the word basic bitch, it also applies to Howard and pop culture. His pop culture metronome is basic bitch,
Oh,
just
it's
like
bad.
everything Beth does. Don't
Yes, of
ever
course.
get.
Of
What's
course.
that? Monk?
Of course. So
Yeah.
David said that's like a little kid discovering your voice changes if you speak into a fan. I would make $10,000 on it as a bit. Oh my God, that's so true. All right, so let's start out with what he his of course patting himself on the back for his victory.
Last night, big night on TV.
Big night.
Yes.
Bruce Springsteen and myself on HBO. It's kind of cool
Did
when
you
that.
stay up to watch?
Of course not.
Well, and I've seen the thing a couple of times when we were putting it together. So I mean,
Well,
Putting
what
what
exactly
together?
Put it together.
What? It's the same.
Put what
No, we
together?
have to say.
I feel
There's nothing
it would have been
new.
nice to watch, but I have seen it, and
You were there.
well, I fell asleep at 9 o'clock. But guys were telling me they stayed up and watched. A couple of the guys who work for the show, and they said it was kind of cool when that HBO, like that static comes on. It's like, yeah, HBO
What is Robin humming?
came yours truly.
the fuzzy from the HBO.
Wow,
No, she was
that's
trying
like-
to do the theme, but I
Yes.
don't know what that was.
Yeah, that
Make
didn't
no
work.
mistake, everyone who didn't see this. It's like they airdropped Howard TV, 2022 onto HBO. There's no changes made. There's no interstitials. There's no graphics.
Thank
It's
you.
this straight up same interview. There's nothing about,
Jeez.
even the credits are the same. There's
Everything.
nothing HBO about the credits.
Everything.
Just
Okay. So,
airdropped in.
so there's so much of this is about the HBO thing. I mean, I have a bunch of other stuff, but I really do want to talk about the HBO thing because it's
That is utterly ridiculous. You're right, Affy. That kind of cool.
Oh.
Wow. What an orator. Boy, we're gonna confuse you for Lincoln. I mean, you really. I mean,
So
you words.
once again, let's talk about how this all went down, because just in case you didn't hear it the first time he said it, you need to know it.
Bruce before it?
I did talk to Bruce. We texted a few days before it, and
No, you
then
didn't.
last night he texted me. I was asleep, but I texted him
didn't.
this morning, and
We just text each other now, me and
both
Bruce.
very, very excited.
So excited.
No, he isn't.
I on Wednesday I did the Morning Joe show, a show I'm a fan of. I was on with Joe and Willie from Morning Joe for like over an hour.
Yeah.
Crazy.
I thought they were going to keep you there forever.
I know.
There's a third person on Morning Joe now, and it's not Mika.
He was so proud of himself that he was on Morning Joe for as long as he was. But you really need to know why why this happened. It was for you and me, for us. For the
Yeah,
people.
that's right.
Yeah.
You
Our
know, we
musical
talked Bruce
enrichment.
Springsteen, and we talked about the interview, and they played a lot of the interview, and I was pleased because basically my whole desire in all of this was to get a lot of people to see the Bruce Springsteen interview. I thought that
Put it up
Bruce
for
came
free.
off so well that it would be very cool if people outside of the Sirius universe got to see this thing. So
Yeah, that's the only reason you did that, wasn't it?
Yeah, only reason he's so selfless. You know, even though there was this tool I think called YouTube. That's right, where people put stuff like that for free.
Oh, that's
right.
Oh,
what a
someone's
crazy
calling us
thought
from the
that is.
future.
Ooh,
It can't work. It's crazy.
I don't
Doesn't
care
work.
if it's now, guys, and I don't care if it's back in the day. I know Howard's very concerned about my artistic musical enrichment. He always has been, and I know he has my back as far as that goes.
How about howardstern.com? How about just putting it up there?
Oh, you're talking crazy.
No, nobody sees that.
Like putting it on MySpace.
Take off your crazy shoes.
Exactly.
Really, howardstern.com, they can't have more than 10,000 visitors a friggin' month. I mean, seriously, who's going there?
I know, it was so beneficent of him to put
Beneficent.
it onto HBO. They should put it on Dailymotion. He would reach more people. Yeah, so here's what he liked about his interview on Morning Joe, of course.
but I had a good time. It was a very interesting experience being on Morning Joe with Joe and Willie Geist. And what was interesting about it was that I didn't have to drive the ship. It was kind of nice to have to, just sit back.
Just
and they were
be a
asking me,
guest. Yeah.
just be a guest. It was nice. And I could do it from my home studio.
Of course.
And it was easy.
Yeah, of course, because you could do it from your home studio. You were so right, AJ Bones. Jesus, what a tremendous sellout. He's practically creaming himself now that he's part of the irrelevant and obnoxious Hollywood cult. Yeah, totally.
Yep, absolutely.
Oh my God, see, but that's part of it. He's on HBO. He's made it. He's made it to where we're all the cool kids.
Wasn't Pauly Shore on HBO?
Used to be.
Monique, don't you feel sorry for him? He has to multitask at $1 million a show.
Well,
Don't you feel sorry
John,
for him?
John, we were talking this morning, and we realization if he gets what he wants, if he gets his wish fulfilled, that means he's gonna have to leave his house every time one of these things goes down.
That's right.
That's true.
Right.
So
he has to sabotage it just enough so he doesn't have to.
Because
yeah,
I don't know.
I think the public. I think
I've always
America-
said that COVID has nothing to do why he's at home. He's a lazy fuck.
No, of course not. This is his dream. He's wanted to do this for years.
Exactly.
we
But
don't have to worry
funny.
about
Like
him.
he'll find. It'd be funny. Like every single time he's gonna have to find an excuse why he left his home.
No, it's not going to happen that way.
No.
He'll bang it out all in like 1 week. He'll come into the city, bang it all out.
All right. I have a little darker. I think America had spoken and no one watched it. I don't think there's going to be any
gonna be obvious.
traction.
Now, how do
We're
you
gonna find out. We'll find out what the ratings
Oh,
are for this sooner or
I'm
later.
pretty sure.
How do we know? How do we find that
They
out?
actually do have
You can
metrics.
go on the thing and you can put in cable ratings on that. that one
HBO is
website.
very proud of things like Game of Thrones, Monique. So if they
They
know
throw it out
that,
there.
wouldn't they have to know this?
You
Right.
would think
Well,
that
it's
they would
pub-
come out today and said,
No, it'll come out on
Howard
Tuesday.
Bruce Springsteen was one of
Tomorrow.
the best things we've ever had, like a Thanksgiving weekend. They
Yeah.
would have given it some sort of metric that would have made it, so amazing. Thank you so much, Chaka Khan, who says Howard's fine leaving his house if it's for a star and a ton of
No
money.
doubt. No doubt. No doubt.
Of course.
He's allergic to civilians, Shaka Khan. Making no
Right.
mistake.
Exactly. Dennis, did you have something you wanted to say, my friend?
No, nothing. Except that he doesn't need to sabotage anything because I don't. I think they gave him a shot at this, and I don't think anybody gave a shit. And I just think they're not going to put up with his bullshit for.
It's gonna be
for
fascinating.
No ratings.
We haven't
Well, I
had
think-
any besides AG. Well, since he left AGT, we haven't had any sort of metrics on Howard, and either it'll be tomorrow or like later on in the week. They'll
Or they won't
release the
mention it at
cable
all.
ratings for that show.
Or they won't mention it at all.
No,
I mean,
Yeah,
well,
but
if
it'll
it
be
was-
out there.
100% it'll be out.
If it was Game of Thrones and it was like the premiere was last night on Sunday night, right?
The
They
things
would have
come
come
out on
out this
Tuesday.
morning and said it was one of the most
Yeah.
viewed.
Oh yeah.
So,
I get what you're saying, but the actual ratings won't be out Tuesday or later on the week.
The
Gary?
most fun will be the viewers they lost when he came on. That's what I
Drop
can't wait
off
for. Just
after
like
White
Agent
Lotus?
White Lotus. Yeah, that's right.
Exactly right.
They're gonna, yeah, exactly.
Uncle Larry, I guarantee Uncle Larry will have us tomorrow. Guarantee
Or
it.
Rupert Pupkin usually.
Yeah, exactly. I was
One
gonna
of
say
the
Uncle
two's
Larry
gonna have
is the
it.
man with this shit.
Yes.
He'll
Agreed.
find
We'll
that
have
shit.
Agreed.
what?
The most irrelevant man in media was incapable of bringing any attention to what is essentially the most irrelevant streaming service. Well, you know what? There was a shit ton of publicity. Any
shit
sport
ton.
that you looked at, anything that was going on TV.
Someone was banking on this.
Oh my goodness, they
Well,
were.
there's a lot
It
of
was really kind of.
But not to say that HBO doesn't have faith in him, but they already have they already have the rights to Ernest Saves Christmas on standby.
Part
Just
4,
in
5, and
case.
6, just in case. I didn't see it on trending on Twitter or anything yesterday.
Nada.
Usually if
Not a
something
fucking
happens,
thing.
but
flatlined on Twitter.
But
Yeah,
I think what
so-
you and Xavier were, I think what you were talking about was, I could just try to, the way he doesn't, all the interviews will be exactly, if he has a deal, an incoming deal with HBO, it's going to be just like this. It's going to be from Sirius. It's not going to be separate. It is going to be double dip,
100%.
copy and paste, and nothing new. He's not going to put one extra hour in for that.
No, he doesn't have to put any effort into it. This is a win-win for him. If he
Yes.
can do things like this going into his, his golden hour, which is like the year after next, this is like a beautiful thing to him. Come in like 4 or 5 times. Wait till you hear his wish list too, because I can't wait to get to
Oh,
that.
this wish list is hilarious.
Yeah, I know. So Kohler calls in and he's talking about how, because Robin was a part of this as well. I'd be really curious to know if this is on Howard and Robin's IMDb yet. I'm
Oh,
dying
that's
to
a
know.
great question. Want to
Can
go on
somebody
there?
check that while we're
Hold on.
doing this? So the caller calls in to just let Robin know how skinny she looks.
Other than, your brilliant interview and the performance by Bruce Springsteen, is Robin looked so skinny when they would pan over to her. I was just like, wow, I guess that fasting really, it was a real deal. I mean,
Is that a real? Could that
All right.
could a caller possibly?
All right. So first of all, let me bring out a point. This Springsteen interview was done on October 31st. Robin didn't start the fasting till after that. It was in November she was doing this. It was November she was doing it. She wasn't doing it in October. So this fake phone caller is talking about something that didn't even happen yet on October 31st. She was not fasting yet. It was the first week of October she started.
Monique, that's a great point too.
Yeah.
Robin gets to put that in her IMDb as well. I never thought of that.
That was
That's
literally
so crazy.
so insane. I'm like, no.
It's
Jeremy Harrelson has a question, serious question. What do you think Jennifer Witt and company think about Howard putting this show on HBO? Okay, we're going to talk about this.
Don't give a
We're going to
shit.
talk about the tie-in and why it's all very incestuous and the relationship between everybody that that was part of this whole charade. So we're going to talk about that just in a couple of moments.
Yeah.
So Howard starts to say, yes, you're so right. Robin's so thin. She's just really, she's just so amazing. So here's the question that he has for her.
What do you consider
The family
conservative?
dinner.
Oh, so she was
Pants
at
and a
dinner.
tight sweater is conservative
Yeah,
to you?
tight sweater.
What did
The
you wear?
sweater was
Little
not so
vomit.
tight.
Okay.
Looking
And-
good, Robin.
Did any of the men get like noticeable boners when you walked in because of your new physique?
I
Ugh.
did not
She's
notice
almost
that. I
70.
kept my eyes
Hey, boner.
above the waist.
I heard from someone who was at that dinner that 2 guys popped boners when you walked in, and it was embarrassing.
Oh, you.
You too.
You're just so cute. No, I'm so skinny now. It's just so cute.
Not on
So-
IMDb yet.
That's right.
Okay. I was
It
interested.
will be though.
For Robin
yes.
or for Howard?
Go ahead,
Or
Mike.
Howard or Robin?
Neither one of them. Yeah, I checked as self, which is everything, or
Okay,
as
well, I'm
the
sure somebody will
producer.
listen tonight and it'll
Yeah.
be up there momentarily. So we'll definitely check in the morning and see if it's there or not.
Benjamin, Robin IMDb lists her as being a float in the Macy's parade this year.
And then, of course, as you always know, when it's a fake caller, he got to stay on for a while, even through
Oh,
the
yeah.
conversation about Thanksgiving and whatever. And then he said, "Yeah, Bruce looked great, and you look just okay." And so, Howard's like all upset. He's like, "Yeah, I know. I should have dressed so much better. Oh, let me just play it. Who cares? Fuck it."
That's good. Nick, you have any other questions about
No,
Robin?
just,
Thanks.
Yeah, so when does he ever ask somebody if they have more questions
Never.
for him, as
When
opposed
they're
to
in the back office.
yeah, exactly.
Next to Will.
Robin looked great. Bruce looked great. And you looked okay.
I know. It's so true. I didn't look that good. You know what? I'm going
Oh,
to tell you, Nick,
stop it.
my biggest complaint
tease it.
about the Bruce Springsteen interview is I wore the wrong clothes. If I
Yes,
had
you
worn
did.
something like a jacket that would fill me out a little bit and not make my shoulders look so weak, I could have looked a lot
You
better.
looked awesome.
Yeah, you
That
know,
was not what was wrong what you were wearing.
you know he obsessed over
Oh
that.
God, yeah. How many people are working on this Goblin's appearance? There's between
And they
right?
failed.
and he can't get it right, and they all fail at the same time.
They all
right there.
failed.
I wish I had it up here right now. I don't, but the promo picture of him, they absolutely filled out his face a little bit to make him look a little
Yes.
bit more
Yeah, they had it way to him.
youthful and
100%.
healthy.
Hold on. See if I
Dennis,
can,
if you get that, that would be awesome.
hold
I'd
on. Let me
like
see if
to.
I can get it.
And yes, Slow Death. We talked about that. This is CBS Saturday Night Show 2.0. Exactly what this is. That's the lazy comparison. What he did in the early 2000s to this. That's,
Yeah,
so
that's
this-
exactly right.
And it's
There
actually
was-
worse.
There was zero heavy lifting for Howard. The only thing he had to do was actually get into the city. That's all he had to do. He didn't even dress for it. He literally
Yeah.
wore a
He looked
sweatshirt.
like Dick.
He looked like Dick is right. All right,
He should-
somebody-
He should
Somebody
have showed up with one of those green screen unitards with the ping pong balls on it,
Yeah, he,
that's-
so that they could have like later on digitized him.
he wore
Oh my
Pac-Man
God. Are you serious? That's actually pretty funny.
Oh my God, that is funny. I have the visual of that. All right, so then he starts to go into a whole conversation about Pete Davidson, who he obviously is extremely jealous of, and the
Whoa.
fact that he's actually banging, seeing, Emily Ratatouille, right? So, so that turns into, I don't know, let's say news story number 275 for the year.
Yeah.
About him and the sex that he had with a girl from Princeton.
We goodbye.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
So let's talk about this. Let me just do this. Let's listen, and then we'll come back to it in a second. Hold on, it's not clicking for me.
She's taking off her clothes. You don't think he's like, oh, I'm going to blow before I even get to the bed.
When I was his age, Pete Davidson's what, in his 30s? I blew a load just thinking about somebody. You know what I mean? I had it back in those days. I'd have to jerk off once or twice in the early part of the day in order to prepare for the evening if I knew I was going to get laid.
That's what I'm saying. And Pete never dreamed this was good. You don't think this is still extremely exciting to him?
And I bet you Pete can come like 5 times in a row. You know, when I was
you
in
even
20,
imagine?
when I was 20 something years old, I was 20. How old was I when? No, I wasn't 20. I was younger. I was 19.
Yeah, these were
I had a
college
girlfriend.
days.
I had a girlfriend in Princeton. She dumped me. She dumped me for a guy with a bigger dick. But okay, let's not get into that story again. I've told you that one. But I was 19. I fucked my girlfriend 5 times a day. I used to count. We'd
How
fuck
many
in the morning.
days were you with this girl?
Okay, so
All right.
here comes the big scam lie of the day.
By the way, Monique, Pete Davidson's 2 years younger than Ashley is. And this creepy 70-year-old pedo is talking about his sex life, which I just think, obviously,
You know he's dying to
when
get
you
him
have
in
to
studio.
remind someone how heterosexual you are, there's no bigger sign you're gay. When he has to jam this home
Yeah.
to this degree, there's no bigger sign.
Disgusting. It's disgusting. So just so you know, okay, wait. So let's just go on with this girl in Princeton. Hang on.
Like it was intermittent. Like I was a college student and I'd go visit her in Princeton.
Oh, okay.
And so I'd have an intense, like over the Christmas break, I wouldn't go see my parents. That was lame. I'd go see this girlfriend of mine and we'd go to her place.
Sure.
And I'd spend 5 days with her at her place.
Oh, boy.
And
5
she was
days.
older
5
than me. So
days.
she had an apartment and everything. Not an apartment, a house she shared with other people. And I'd go there and for 3, 4, 5 days straight, we would.
Is it 3? Is it 4? Is it 5?
I know. Wouldn't you? If it's such a vivid memory, wouldn't you know the exact? I would know
Wouldn't
3 from 5.
All right. So
Essentially,
you know what the other big hole in this is? What year did he meet Allison? Wasn't he like 19?
19 is
Yeah.
no
so
All this shit
when
happened
did you
like when?
do this? Like, you met Allison when you were 19 years old, and you turned 20. If this is over Christmas break, that means you turned 20 in January. So that means you already knew Allison. So this is a lie.
Wait a second. Hold on. And let's also talk about the
He
fact
did
that
on the Tuesday before he turned 19. Though.
right.
That's
Well, no,
kinda-
I just did the
all
math.
of this.
I just did the Google
Isn't
Maps.
this-
So from BU to Princeton
Mhm.
is without traffic 4.5, 5 hours.
Ah, yes, that's right.
Okay.
He's doing that
So-
commute.
He's doing that commute to go see some girl who's older than him, who I'm positive also was not spending Christmas with her family, right? That's why.
Of course not. No.
He
No,
he
no.
doesn't know how to get to Greenwich Village from the Upper West Side, and we're to expect he's doing that commute
And
at
that's
19.
exactly
Yeah.
right. He's supposed to be doing this. So we're going to come back to Howie's full face in a second. Let's just finish.
Monique, one thing.
Okay.
Hey, Ida, Howard stole the small penis thing from Steve Dahl as well? I
Who
didn't know
knows?
that.
Wow.
Ida's a Steve Dahl
I didn't know
expert.
this. Yeah, I didn't
didn't
know
know that.
the detail thing. Where is that? I don't even see the comment.
She's way a little up there.
Okay,
Ida
let's see.
Greenbacks.
I'm looking for Ida right now. Hold on. Direct stolen small penis concept from Steve Dahl.
I believe
Can
that.
you expand on that a little bit? We really need to get into that one day. I don't
believe
know
that.
why we haven't ever done a really good deep dive on that.
I got a good clip, Monique, when we do another cleaning out the computer, just the entire show, of Howard claiming Steve Dahl went to New York and begged him for a job. He waited for him outside the studio and begged him for a job when he found out he signed it serious.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. I would kill to get Steve Dahl on our show. All right, let's go with the Princeton girl. Hang on.
Go there, and for 3, 4, 5 days straight, we would fuck.
Right.
What-
Like,
listen,
how
I
would it go? Would you ever get out of bed, or
barely.
what was
I was-
going on?
Barely.
First of all, I was 19. I had nothing to talk about. So, what was I going to say?
There's nothing
I
to
had-
do and nothing to talk about.
Yeah,
no
I mean,
money.
no money. I had no life experience. I was a broke college student, and and I
With a
remember
car, I
like
guess?
I'd go there, and again, my memory serves me correct. We would like wake up in the morning and fuck. Then we would eat breakfast with her people.
full
She had
of shit.
people that
Her
lived in the
people.
house with her.
Her people.
Is that not called roommates?
No, it's her people. It's her people. She had
What is it, group home?
I mean,
Don't ask.
So he,
Don't
let me get
ask.
this straight. He's in Massachusetts. She's in New Jersey,
Mhm.
but he just could make that quick commute
Yes.
to go get laid.
Yeah.
No, Christmas
anytime he
break.
wants.
Right on.
That's some booty call.
Right, booty call and Christmas break. Okay,
And then we'd probably like fuck again after breakfast.
we probably like.
And then
that.
during the day, I remember walking around Princeton. We would walk around Princeton and like kind of hang out and
In New
take in,
Jersey.
whatever was there, the air and the trees.
Okay.
And then I think like toward the afternoon we fucked. It literally went down like that, and then maybe 2 times in a row at night. Like that's how horny I was. I mean, pretty much pussy ruled my life back then, and I couldn't get a lot of it.
when he's 19.
But
It's not a
being
hunk.
Pete's age and Pete won the pussy lottery. I mean,
Okay, there you go. There's your
Jesus
Princeton story, which we've never heard before. We did hear that she left him for a guy with a bigger dick, but
Oh,
I
yeah,
think
that's-
that's also a lie. I have, and now that she's older and goes to Princeton, but he's 19. How would you meet her exactly, Howard?
Right.
How exactly would you ever meet a chick from Princeton going to BU? How? How's that happen?
I think
they were both on Soul Train.
Yeah, they had Prodigy
weekend
back
before.
then, Monique.
On the train.
Katie
You
Aldana,
know what?
yeah.
Kennedy?
It's called
I don't
Revisionist
know.
History.
I'm
It
gonna,
is
I'm gonna
revisionist.
say that some dude from Princeton was banging Beth, and she told him the story, and he's turned
No,
into that.
no,
That's
never
more
got
believable.
That's
He's confusing
never got
stories.
an
But he's at the age where he confuses stories that people tell him for things that actually happened to him.
Exactly, Al. New obsession, Davidson. Pete, do you think your cock would fit in my mouth?
That's right. X
You know-
5J9. The John Hines 60 blowjob story is exactly the same thing. That's exactly.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Howard's mom arranged it. Yeah, I would absolutely believe that, Chuck Khan. Absolutely. So then he starts talking about porn and how that's what he still loves to jerk off. But now that he's getting a little bit older, he doesn't really do it as much as he used to. But here's Howard trying to explain to all of us how how opening up a page in incognito works. So I'm pretty sure everybody who is on the chat right now, almost 200 of you.
That's so
thank you
good
for
that
being
Monique
here with us.
David's, yeah. Princeton's a hack reference. That's something creatively bankrupt. It's like saying Hitler or Brad Pitt. That's a hack reference. I couldn't agree more, David.
Yeah, of course. You know, she probably just lived in Princeton, New Jersey. She probably didn't go to
No,
Princeton.
she didn't exist.
If it didn't exist.
She didn't exist.
She didn't exist.
I love how he buys into the Pete Davidson man whore publicist thing they're trying to create through the Lorne Michaels PR machine. He's dating everything inside. Like this is some organic relationship that they just like they're not hooking him up with every goddamn
Oh my God.
Beckinsale and Ariana Grande and
It was literally
it's
3
comical.
minutes from being separated from her husband, and she's
Right,
already with fucking
right.
Pete Davidson.
2 days later. 2 days later.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Makes
All
sense.
right, so let's
Tony
discuss
Garea.
porn. Let's discuss porn, and let's discuss what incognito is. I'm hoping that all of you understand. Oh, right. Tom Cruise went to Princeton and Risky Business.
Ah,
With
there
Rebecca
it is.
De Mornay. Good one, Tyler
And
Durden.
that's when Howard said, "You know what? Fuck it, make your move."
Exactly. That's like his Pretty Woman narrative. That's amazing. I love that. Oh, I love that. Okay, let's listen to this. Here we go.
I was watching porn this weekend on the I was on the incognito.
I was on the incognito.
The what?
Uh,
You mean like the tab? Incognito tab? Is that what you're talking about? Or is this like a real thing?
Yes. Yes.
And he's going to
The
explain it to you.
incognito.
He's going to explain it to you now, everybody. Here we go.
What's that?
What's that?
On your
What?
on like
He's laughing because he really doesn't
That
know what
laugh
it is.
is-
Just so you know.
your Google browser, on your browser, you can go incognito, so no one knows
Oh,
you're watching
really?
porn. Yeah, it erases everything. It's not in your
You
history.
you believe that?
I don't. But my IT guys wrote me after I was on the air talking to you about how after I jerk off, I got to sit there and erase my history. They go, Howard. They wrote me the most embarrassing email I ever got. The two guys who worked for me, Jeff and Matt. They go, Howard, we were listening to your show this morning. You can use, they don't say why, or they act like they hadn't heard.
Right.
Yep.
But you can use your incognito app.
Incognito.
App.
He has no idea. He has no idea. You guys, he has no idea what he's talking about.
Or incognito page. So you don't have to sit and erase your history.
He's so
Why would
excited.
you have to erase your history?
Who we rate? Right.
He's-
X.
He's
Right.
he's Howard Stern. Who the fuck?
Why are we erasing our history unless it's gay webcams that you're doing, which
Exactly.
backs up that
Exactly.
CDAN story that I sent Monique, which I thoroughly believe that it's actually gay webcams he's doing, and that's what he needs to erase, if this is even true.
You think so? You think it's Bruno doing the ping pong trick with his pooping shafted?
If you want to remind us how heterosexual you are all the time, why do you have to
So-
erase your history?
It's kind of funny him talking about porn and stuff because this is a guy who can't even make it through the night because his prostate's so swollen.
Right.
It literally has to pee like twice a night.
It would agitate it if you were jerking off, right?
Yeah,
all the time.
exactly.
Right. Exactly right, Dennis.
So, right, while we're talking about this,
Let's see how sexy he is.
John did send me a blind item from June 17th, 2020. Where the hell did you find this,
There's
John?
a great I remember the RadioGunk thread. I think Sara started it of a crazy days and nights story about Howard with gay. And I think Whiskers reported on the same thing.
Everyone wants to out this married permanent A-list radio host. The thing is, though, he limits himself to online porn and male webcam models who
Okay.
never see him. He stays away from live escorts or other men who could bust him.
I believe every word of it.
Ooga.
Ooga.
Ooga. Except for
He has
Ralph.
the Darth Kermit modulator to disguise his voice, right? He was bragging to Joe Scarborough about it. Wouldn't he use that during this? The voice modulator, so they don't know it's him. I believe every word of that. They're always right, by the way, crazy days and nights.
They're not always right.
Not always, but 90%.
There's definitely been a couple of good
You know
ones.
what the best part of this is? Even if he just came out, no one would give a crap. It would be like
no, not at this point.
it
No.
would be like 30 seconds of people going, "Oh, okay,
Yeah.
that makes sense."
Not
And
surprised.
then No one would care.
And then half of everybody else would be like, "Oh, he's still on air?
He's still on air. Yeah, yeah.
Actually, that's the response I always get. He still has a show.
Really?" Okay, so here he is talking about how his wife brags about good-looking dudes, and I guess this must be another girl that he banged when he was in 13th grade / his sophomore season over at BU. Hang on.
Up an old boyfriend, or you look up.
I don't do that stuff.
You know? Oh
No.
my God. Sometimes my wife brags about all the guys she dated. They were good looking dudes.
Sorry, you posted this. Hi, Josh. Here's my whole leg.
You know what?
There you go.
The Barbie bitch made $52 million last year.
Exactly. I mean,
We got a lot to make up for.
I was like,
Keep moving that leg, Mo. Keep moving that leg.
1979 less 40% that Google takes. All right, sorry. I got a little distracted.
Sometimes my wife brags about all the guys she dated. They were good looking dudes.
Would you stop?
So I
I'm trying to unclick it, but you
college,
click it.
I dated a
There you
very,
go.
very good looking girl. I mean, a model type. I know. Howard Stern. I was like Pete Davidson for 5 minutes in college.
Right.
So I was searching for a good picture of this girl when she was young, and I found it.
Oh, you did?
Then I showed my wife immediately. I go, "Here's the girl I was dating in college for a while." She goes, "Whoa, she's good looking." I go, "Yeah."
Wow, he's so. How old is he?
Just imagine your 70-year-old father. And a lot of people in the
68
chat
years
probably
old.
have 70-year-old fathers.
Right.
Showing you
imagine.
pictures, Googling people he supposedly banged in
So
college.
what did he do? Like pull up a model picture for some girl, random girl that was like from the early 70s, and look, this is who I dated.
Yeah.
Like it's like the girl in the
Who
wallet.
would know? Who would exactly? David, that's brilliant. I remember Benjamin said on an old RG
Yep.
that Howard can't come out
It would be
because
like
sexual harassment
Kevin Spacey
suits from
part
his male
2.
staff would stack up.
Yeah, that's right. Good point.
Yeah, makes
That's-
perfect sense.
Chaka Khan, right? What's Beth supposed to say in this situation? What's the answer? How do you respond to this catch-22 bullshit?
I don't know.
How do
I
you-
don't know. We're all in agreement that yes, of course I'm barefoot, silly.
Right, Judy.
Hey,
Howard's
but
stalking
that's
people
only for our
all day on the
Patreon.
internet.
Subscribers, guys. All right. If you want to see the Toesy Woesies, this piggy went to market.
You gotta cough it up.
Go
You
to our
gotta cough it up.
Patreon
What was that?
and
Hold on.
give generously.
Yeah, YouTube is Buckwald $4, as Monique said.
$50 a month, right?
Hold on, that's something fell in my garbage pail. I don't know what it was. Give me a second. Oh. It's just my tape measure.
I'm not. Not.
And
even-
as far as
let's not go
Dr.
down that
Lu-
road.
Another Power Trot 2 thing was so funny last week. I rewatched it and I made myself laugh. That was actually
Didn't Dr. Lou say that Howard was basically AC Green in college?
who's AC Green?
40-year-old virgin. He's a Lakers power forward who was a virgin until he was. I think he might still be. He's almost 60 now.
You know, Xavier, I give you a little bit of power to like post up those things, and you're putting up
Actually,
all
Mr.
of
Wish's
those.
doing that. I have nothing to do with that.
You're just the worst human being.
He's sleeping on the mouse.
Okay, so then Howard starts to tell us about his wife's titty Instagram, and which is really the only reason he told us
Can we
about
take a
it.
break and look at just look at this promo photo?
Oh yeah. The filler.
This is utterly ridiculous.
You blow that up a little bit.
Yeah, wait, hold on. I've been waiting.
Okay. So this is the promo.
Look at that. Look at
A
that.
little more, baby.
There you go. How's that?
I like
Look
how
at
they
that
filled in
chin.
his hair. That was
Look at that.
totally like
Look at that chin.
Look
Look
how
at
they
that.
just filled him in so he didn't
Look
look
at that.
scrawny.
they made him
goblin.
fatter, and they filled in all the bald spots on his head that we saw the other day.
Oh yeah.
But that chin, you can
It looks
shovel.
like-
You can shovel with that thing.
You could scoop. You could scoop.
Look at
You know what it looks like? It looks like if they were making a sequel to Step Brothers.
Yeah. I was gonna,
That would be the movie poster.
Tim Burton couldn't craft this chin in art school.
No, it's brutal.
That thing is, and wait, they fixed his hair. Like they like
Yeah.
darkened it. They like
Oh.
darkened all this beard. Holy crap!
Yeah, that's a bad Photoshop rendering of
They don't like him.
brutal. Faccia brutta, as we would say.
Yeah, it's a faccia brutta.
That thing I did with Ryder last night is more realistic.
Yeah, I know. Okay, so we start to get the titty Instagram commercial. So he's trying to posit that it's a bad thing because we could see her titty, he said. So of course that's going to draw all of his disgusting animalistic listeners, right?
Really? How many views?
All
is
5
that
of them.
thing get? Let's see.
Yeah, right. All 5 of them. So let's hear that and then we'll watch it. Okay, here we go.
They live with us and we really rehabilitate them, and it's fabulous. Anyway, so my wife designed this piece of jewelry that she's selling for charity. All the money goes towards saving animals. She doesn't make a dime off it.
Yeah.
There was a company, they make beautiful jewelry, high-end jewelry. So Beth
Mhm.
designed this necklace.
High end.
And it's got 2 sides to the necklace. It's gold. It's nice. And it's got, when she designed it, I was like, what the hell is this? It's got an angel with the eye that watches over you. And then the other side has a cat and a dog. And it's beautifully designed. Looks beautiful on a woman, a necklace. She's been wearing it. So this morning I wake up and she says, look at the cat playing with my new necklace. She's trying to get people interested in it. And evidently a lot of people buying it, which is great. And the cat is playing with her necklace, like hitting the necklace and stuff. Meanwhile, I'm looking at this thing. It's practically pornographic. Her whole titty, just right where the nip comes out,
Yeah,
is
you're all watching this, right?
Yeah, we're
shown.
watching.
Yes.
Holy shit, this is the greatest advertisement I ever saw, because
Wait
I
a
mean-
minute. Is this online?
online on her Instagram
Oh
account.
my God.
Okay.
You see, I found it immediately, pulled it up, and went, yeah, no. That looks like when
By
you
the
take a
way,
sock,
her scary fucking clavicle
it's sticking out farther.
is sticking out for the.
That's right.
That is a sock full of nipples. I mean, not nickels. Literally.
Freudian
nipples.
slip there, Dennis.
Freudian slip. I've seen cancer survivors that had on them.
That's so racy too. I don't think they could show that on FX after 10 o'clock.
Oh,
No.
yeah, of course.
Katie out the Howie Brasco is in full effect. Katie,
Tiger
Hold on,
Lily.
absolutely.
Jason has bigger tits.
Oh my God.
But wasn't she?
Richard Lucas,
boob
thank
job is
you.
But
In the pink 90. No,
do
that
you guys
wasn't.
remember, you guys remember the FHM? When
Huh?
she had her, she's topless and she's holding her.
Oh, they were
her
lopsided?
boobs.
Her wongs?
Yeah, so what's a big fucking deal? That's the same as that shit.
Oh, babe, don't you understand? The whole point was so that people would go there so they could see the stupid
Oh yeah,
jewelry.
she's trying to plug that
Oh,
fucking shitty
wow.
jewelry.
And I actually dug through the comments, which made me lose brain cells.
Yeah.
And honestly, most people weren't even noticing that. They were talking about it's the typical housefraus talking about the kitten playing with the necklace.
Of course.
Honestly, no one
Isn't
was
that
talking
like?
about that.
Didn't we read that it's 10 karat gold?
Oh, yeah. Should I pull
Some
that
shit
up?
like that.
10 carat?
10 karat gold.
Jesus, that's like the
It's like
promise ring you
tin.
gave a
It's
girl in high
basically
school.
it's painted tin. Fucking 10 karat. I've honestly never heard. I remember in high school trying to get a girl like a little like charm, and like the lowest it would go is 14 karat. Fucking 10 karat. Jesus. fuck.
And
They'll turn your finger green.
It's like the kind you get in the we put the 2 quarters in the machine and it comes out the little ring.
Is there any situation where she's not pandering for triple entendre compliments?
here it
on
is.
Instagram?
Spirit
Holy
Unity Talisman,
shit.
gold jewelry, benefiting Beth's furry friends. Here it is.
And who's best furry friends? Beth.
Yeah.
Here, look what it is. It's a dog and a cat
Jesus.
with a talisman. It looks like something the fucking Illuminati would do. I'm not even joking. Like, I don't even understand what its point is.
What the
And
hell
I
is
love
that?
that it's collaboration. So everybody uses like that X
Yeah.
So it's like SAS X Beth Furry Friends Foundation. When Star Animal Sundays reached out with a collaboration idea, Beth knew right away that this would be an ideal partnership with a luxury jewelry brand, and she's honored to launch and co-design limited edition charms on 3 price points from $250 to $700. Okay, so the necklace, this necklace with this little duty gem in it in 10 karat gold is $750.
So that has a markup that's multiple times.
Oh,
Like
bro.
that's a $50 piece of jewelry.
Yeah.
Dude, did you not see the piece I put on there from JCPenney that was $24? Like seriously, 10 karat gold is
That's garbage.
It's total garbage.
Painted.
Absolute garbage. Here it is. Hang on.
Son of
Wait, what is
Overbrookers.
that
I saw
other
the same thing in
design?
Ethiopia.
Wait a second, but here's the funny thing is that she takes a picture. This is absolutely a selfie. Like she didn't even take the time to make it look like something really attractive.
She's like,
this is the best she could do. This is the best she could do. So here's the 3 products. Here we go. We have the talisman in 10 karat gold for $750. We have the gold plated for $295. Plated. Gold plated. Then we have the Spirit Unity Talisman gold plate bracelet
Plated.
for $250.
What
Can
is
you
that
even
bracelet made of?
What a hunk of shit.
imagine?
No.
This is a billionaires hawking this stuff.
Yeah.
Guys,
and you get that how much money they have, and they're doing this. That's right. Judy Tenuta goes, all the proceeds go to Nobu.
hey guys, go out there and get your woman a 10 karat gold necklace and see how
10
long that lasts.
Carat.
But wait. Maybe I'm a little fucked in the head, but isn't Beth Furry Friends just Beth? It's not North Shore Animal League.
No, it's Beth.
not Bianca
Plural.
Furry. There's
Plural,
no physical
ex-friends.
building. There's nothing. It's just her bank account.
It's Beth.
It's just Beth.
Yeah, it's just her, right? I mean, someone
This
correct me
is
if I'm wrong.
the paper trail for the $20,000 private
It's just her.
jet
It's just she's
write-off.
saying all
But babe,
proceeds
it's
go to me.
solid 10 karat yellow gold. Solid. And with a sapphire, a 1.1 millimeter sapphire.
1.1 millimeter.
Garbage, man.
Oh,
And why is there a lynx on the left? That's not even a cat.
Wait, what is that back design?
And then
oh
the,
my
the
god, that
dog,
is a lynx.
It's Lynx.
and then the dog has a penis for a tail.
Let me see.
Look, I'm not
Oh, he
joking.
does. That's for Howard.
Wow.
Come over here,
What is
Rover.
that plant? What is that plant they're going towards?
That's a
I
lynx,
don't-
dude.
Eye in the middle.
I don't
That's not even a
know.
cat.
I don't know what this is. It's just
It's a
some
lynx.
weird.
It's a total lynx. It's like when you go
Get
to
a
a tattoo
penis
shop
dog.
and just point to something. Yeah, give me that.
Hello, it's a Spirit Unity Talisman. Who would want this? Though? Why is
Oh.
this? Why
Looks
is
like
this
a
even
lynx
a
to me.
thing? Seriously, what?
Say that
what
again, Monique.
why is this a thing? Why is this a thing? Why is
What's
this?
that? What the
Because
hell is
they're
this?
trying to look spiritual. This is them trying to be deep. This is their attempt
What
at trying
the
to be deep.
what is that? I've
That's
never
a
seen
football.
that before.
That's literally like the last emblem
It is
that
a
NFL
football.
used for like the Pro Bowl.
It's like the
They're
fifth
just- they were
element.
literally too lazy to admit something new.
Multipass. I don't even. I just don't understand it. That's all. I just don't understand.
This is
Here's
our
your
sin.
top-
That's
God,
one of those
look at
like when
this
you go
shit.
to a trophy shop to buy a kid a participation trophy,
Yes.
and he's going,
Yes.
"Just give me that one right there."
Look at this shirt though. This shirt is what is that? A $5 shirt?
Maybe.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Another Helen Rose T-shirt? Yes, please.
It's a Kirkland Costco shirt, Dennis.
Don't insult
Fun.
Kirkland like that.
Poly cotton blend. There you
Ah,
go. There you
fuck's
go.
sake, right. 65 poly, 35 comb cotton.
Oh,
Yeah. Can't decide between 2 sizes? Order up. Because they actually run small, apparently. Oh, for fuck's sake. I can't do this anymore. We're going to go into a voice.
Scams don't stop. It doesn't stop.
hey,
The
those
grift
purses
never.
those purses don't buy themselves. Come on.
No.
They're
Oh my-
billionaires, Dennis. They're
need
billionaires
shoes.
asking us peasants for money that they won't come out of their Castle Gay skull. To.
This is
They need plastic
literally
surgery.
one step below the piss jug in Riley.
You're right. It looks like
Oh,
something-
Riley, it's way more noble. Riley's piss jug has a
A purpose.
distinct purpose, right?
Yeah.
It
Wow.
was piss jug, motherfucker.
Yeah. And he-
Using it as we speak. That's why I'm not on
pretty
camera.
soon there'll be Beth doing those little drawings so you can go to fucking mothership.
Over the Rainbow Bridge with Beth.
No, the Riley ship.
Commercial.
That with the necklace dangling.
Oh, that's in moi.
I wish she would come downstairs and tell me how she didn't see.
Is it still up?
Sure, it's up. Yeah, go see her teddy. Go see my wife's teddy. It looks
Yeah, go
nice, if
see
you
it.
ask me. I think
Howie
it's great.
Brasco.
I got no problem with it. I'm married to her.
Oh my goodness.
So
I got
why
my own
complain?
little Emily Ratajkowski running around with those teddies.
Yeah, sure you do.
That with the
I
neck.
got my own Emily Ratajkowski running around.
I've seen Emily Ratatouille.
Yeah,
no.
no.
Beth looks like another creature, another species
No.
compared to Ratatouille.
Hi, Johnny.
Johnny.
He dropped out.
Okay, so now Howard's going to tell us about the fact that he didn't have the kids for Thanksgiving as if they're 5 years old.
They're all
Yeah.
40s, dude.
Yeah, I pointed
40s,
that out in
40s,
the
30s.
I know you did. Hang on,
Yeah.
just listen. It's 2 seconds long.
I didn't have the kids this year for Thanksgiving because, I'm a divorced man. So the
Okay, wait a second. I didn't have the kids for Thanksgiving this year because, I'm a divorced man.
kids, listen, my girls are older now, but they were at their mom's for Thanksgiving, and then I'll have them for Christmas.
Really?
That's
Really?
as close to an
Wait,
Allison
wait,
reference as we're ever going to get.
The
Moms.
oldest one is what, 38. The
Almost
youngest
40.
one is what,
Almost
28.
35. The
30.
middle, Deborah's
Well,
35.
30, 30.
Okay, someone
Yeah.
correct me if I'm wrong. Aren't they all his daughters devout Jewish?
Yes.
Just one
So
of them.
why would he have them for Christmas?
I don't know.
That's a great point, Ax.
It's
like-
Phenomenal point.
Might as well have them for Kwanzaa.
Gotta split the kids.
Kwanzaa would be as meaningful.
He's
Just
been
saying.
divorced for 23. He announced it in 1999. So let's assume it actually went through in 99. So he's
Yeah.
been divorced for 23 years. And they're
Yeah.
still worried about custody of a 40-year-old.
No, they're not.
Splitting them for the
Nobody's
holidays.
worried about that.
I know.
That's not even a thing. The kids will do what they want to do. And you know what? Let's
Kids.
be honest. Who
Well,
wants to
except
spend
for Emily.
Christmas at
You
his
mean
house?
his great grandkids?
Who wants to spend Christmas at his house?
Nobody.
I bet you nobody had to get a COVID test to go to their mom's house.
That's
I
right.
bet
of course
nobody had to get swabbed at the fucking front door at mom's house. I bet you nobody had to freak out about not being able to leave the fucking house at mom's house.
That's right.
Now, could you imagine if he's going to do this in Castle Gayskull up there in
It's
the
not gonna
Hamptons?
happen. They'd rather
And-
not go. They'd rather
Jesus
not go.
Christ! I mean, that's the last place I'd want to be at the end of December. Is
There's
the
no bigger
Hamptons.
pain in the ass to get there, too.
Oh, it's colder than hell. I mean,
it's a weird
there or
spot to
Palm
go.
Beach?
Yep.
Let me think.
And by the way, Daddy, you still have to pay for us to get to mom's anyway. So
Exactly.
Absolutely.
not a single one of them showed up to your wedding. 0 for 3, but I'll have them for Christmas. That's
Yeah.
exactly my thing.
Christmas.
Christmas.
And let the record show. I've been to Hanukkah celebrations. They're pretty fun. You get these big
Are they really?
hash browns with the little sauce on
Laka
it.
Gravis?
It's good.
Talking
That's
about
good shit.
Oh, potato pancakes?
Yeah, like a gravis.
I
Yeah.
like to call them hash browns because that's what they are. They're just big.
The fancy hash browns. And you get to spin
Yes.
the dreidel.
yeah.
Are you
No, I
kidding me?
agree with Katie Aldana. Emily and Deborah do not want to spend the holiday with Beth. That is absolutely still true.
No.
They want to stay as far away from her as
I'm
possible.
telling you, with all the protocols at his fucking house, who
Yep.
would want to go? No joke.
I know.
But celebrities don't have it
Oh,
because what's her name was over there.
Yes, Allie
you-
Wentworth.
Yeah, Allie Wentworth was over there. I guarantee.
That's he just said Allie, right today.
Allie Wentworth didn't
Yes,
have to,
G Canada, I was.
didn't have to
Do
do
you-
anything.
Do you remember the Peloton story that Whiskers read to us?
Yeah.
Right, that's that all over again. That's what you're going to go through again. It's going to be that.
Oh,
nonstop.
yeah. Thanks for reminding us about
Yeah.
that. Where he lost
That was
his
crazy.
shit.
That's a crazy story. That's one of my favorite gossip I've ever heard.
It's 100% true.
I believe it.
100%
I believe it.
100% true. So, okay, so we're continuing on before we get to the rest of his plugs. And he still can't figure out his father's finances. So let's recall that his father died in what, July?
July.
August,
Supposedly,
September,
yeah.
October. No, it says 4 months, and he don't ask how much shit he's been going through trying to figure out his father Ben, who basically didn't save any money, and I can't believe they don't have those. records. But yeah, it can't figure out Ben's finances.
What I had to go through this past week because I spent most of the week
most of the week.
after my father died. he left a will. So I got to get his affairs in order. In order to get his affairs in order, I had to bring my mother to the bank.
No, you didn't.
Well, she ain't going anywhere. I can't go. What are they nudging me for? Mom, if Dad's dead, I got to be able to go to the bank. I got to be able to write to his various things.
Okay.
It's bullshit.
So you're so fucking full of shit. It's not
Bullshit.
even. It's not even funny anymore. When your parents are in their 90s, you know, he has to have a
trust. They had to have
not a
an irrevocable trust.
No, not even a trust. The document that you signed.
Oh,
that
where you say
help
I
me.
just can't think of it all. It's power of attorney.
Power of attorney.
Dominic Barber's favorite
Tell
show.
me that he did not have a power of attorney
No.
to
No,
deal with
but
all
there's
of his
even more
father's
than that.
finances.
He's got a team of lawyers.
Right.
He doesn't have
He has
power of attorney,
trust.
right?
He has
I mean,
trust for everything.
Exactly.
He
You're
acts like
kidding
he
me,
didn't
right?
see it coming, like he was fucking River Phoenix or something.
Exactly. Come on.
true.
This is such
It's so
bullshit.
true. He
I
was
mean, the
99.
fucking vultures have been circling around the fucking Ben's estate for a couple years now.
He's
Did you see that
99 and he had a will. And you know what? I bet you that he left Howard as the executor or something like that. So that how could it be
No.
almost December and you're still attempting to take care of your father's
Next-
finances?
In a couple weeks, it's gonna be $5
billion.
He's been dead for like 5 months almost.
All right. I
Amazing.
have two friends whose parents just died. And this is like they died in October. Their stuff's already almost done. And these are just
Yeah.
normal people. The shit's almost done.
Done.
And one of them lives, their parents lived in Georgia. I mean, literally,
Done.
everything's done.
And Howard is a team of lawyers, and this isn't done yet.
Come on. This
Right.
is such bullshit. I
But
mean,
so,
honest
if
to
there's
God.
no will, guys, don't you think Howard could find out Ben's finances in like Dan's papers? Because I think that'd be easily.
You know what I bet it was?
Out in the old farmhouse.
I bet they delivered lunch to Ben the day he died, and he wants a refund for that because he didn't take it.
Actually, all his money, all of Ben's money was in that barn. That's why he paid it.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's a
Exactly.
clue.
Good. All right, so we're going to move on a little bit and go to the caller who's asking about his bucket list of interviews. So, who do you think is on Howard's bucket list of people that he'd and don't you answer, Dennis, because you're not
Damn
allowed.
it.
Well, I would say to the people in the chat, and I've heard this, so I'm disqualified too. Just think of the most creatively bankrupt names you can think of, and you're probably going to be right.
Yeah.
Just
So
think about
who
the most basic bitch pop culture.
Who do you got?
Thank
What
you,
are
Aaron Taylor.
doing?
Dude, you know what's funny? We keep clicking.
One's
You do
real
it.
easy.
You do it. You do it.
Peter
I'm
North's
touching it.
dead, Jeremy.
We're
Peter North's
literally
dead.
yin-yanging.
Well, Monique, Aaron Taylor nailed it on the first try.
What? Tom Cruise?
Aaron Taylor nailed it on the first try, right?
Well, there's one that's bigger. There's a much bigger one right now.
Oh no, Tom Cruise. No Tom Cruise.
No,
Yeah.
no, this is somebody
he's
really
in that.
big.
Tell me.
No, that's not Timothy Chalamet. No, it is not.
He would kill for Kanye.
Good guess.
Oh God, yes, he would, but no.
Nice
he's not
guess.
coming in.
Nice guess.
Kanye.
Yes,
canceled
I
him
know.
in the
Come on,
early
it's
days.
somebody.
Ding,
Taylor-
ding,
yes,
ding,
there it is.
Randy. That is
Crack
one of
back
them.
on
Ding,
Howard,
ding, ding.
so.
That's it.
Just like all 70-year-old grandfathers, right? Taylor
Randy
Swift's on his
Taylor
wish list,
Swift.
right? Heterosexual
Taylor
grandfathers.
Swift. Just
Yep.
like any 15-year-old girl. He was shocked and amazed that Taylor Swift actually has all these fans that went batshit because they couldn't get through to get tickets.
Where have they been?
And he's like, and they're adults. And it's like, dude, Taylor Swift is like well into her 20s now. All these people have grown up with her. It's not like all her fans are like 12 and 13 now.
They used to be.
What
Not anymore.
70-year-old has Taylor Swift on his wish list? We're supposed to think he's not gay. Come on.
They were shocked about the Taylor Swift problems. That has been in the news for like weeks now. In fact, there's already a lawsuit being filed because they screwed it up so that Ticketmaster screwed it up so bad.
Congress is looking into it for, they approved the merger of Ticketmaster and Live Nation, and which thereby eliminated the ability for 75%. They have control of 75% of all tickets for all things that are going on in America. 75%.
Do you know who's a major? You know who owns Live Nation?
Who?
Liberty Media.
Ugh.
No.
Which whole
Yes,
production?
Liberty Media has a large
Jesus
part
Christ!
of
Is
that.
anybody
Shocking.
independent anymore?
No, nothing.
6 production companies under every single entity.
Nothing. Nothing. So let's listen to the bucket list, shall we?
Yeah.
You've actually got to interview a lot of people that you've always wanted to over the years. What I want to know is there anybody left on your bucket list, per se, that you haven't got to interview yet?
Well, listen, I'm interested in a lot of people. I don't know that I have I hate that bucket list. I hate that term bucket list.
Yeah,
I don't even know
yeah.
where it came. What do you mean bucket list?
There was a
Moron.
movie called Bucket List. I don't know
Is
where
that it?
it actually first appeared.
I don't know. I get so aggravated when I go, what's on your bucket list? Like, when did that become a thing? Bucket list. But I don't even have a bucket list. There's nothing really left. In terms of interviews, though, I'm interested in everybody, not necessarily even the biggest names in show business. I mean, it's great when you can interview a legend like Bruce or Paul McCartney or Neil Young. But, I mean, I'm interested in everybody.
Right.
I'd be
Everybody.
interested in like Brad Pitt, Tom Cruise, Tom
You got
Hanks,
it.
even
Everybody.
Gallagher too. I want to find out how he's
Gallagher
doing.
too, you take.
That's right. But you know what I mean? Like there are guys who come on this show who are so great, who aren't the biggest names in show business, but they're interesting people.
Who?
I mean, I loved interviewing the guy who killed Bin Laden. So I mean,
I was thinking about that guy, the SEAL Team 6 guy.
in music, I was watching the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, and I was watching the American Music Awards. Like, I'd like to interview Taylor Swift. I'd like to interview. I'd like a real great interview with Eminem. I was watching the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
So, by the way, he mentions Rock and Roll Hall of Fame like 40 fucking times.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, he
bizarre.
does.
And what do you think is one of the specials that HBO has on this month?
Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
There
They
you
had that last
go.
last
Good
weekend.
boy. Good boy. Good for you.
I keep up on my pop
Oh,
culture.
good for you. Good for you. Yes, of course, Rock and Roll Hall of Fame is on HBO this month. So there you go. Promotion number 3 or 4 for the day, right? Let's see who else is on the bucket list. Let's give it a listen.
I'd like to interview. I'd like to interview Oprah, but she would never do it because she, I'm such a pain in the ass to her.
Well,
but,
you're the devil, yes.
I'll tell you what, I know she doesn't.
So then he goes into like a whole thing about Oprah. And
Can't understand why she don't like him.
yeah, so
Well, Monique, but this is what during the Pelican brief, this is what you're supposed to do. It's in addition to the public, the staff of 70 is supposed to take this rant and send it to Oprah's people, and Oprah will hear it, and she'll come on the show. This is what the Pelican brief breeded.
right. I'm trying to let me see.
When I heard bucket list, I was Jack Nicholson. Like, when's the last time you heard Jack Nicholson interviewed anywhere? You don't.
Well, he has
Never
dementia,
will. Yep.
so you're not going to hear
Yeah,
him.
he's a little. He's
No,
And-
ever,
old.
ever,
Yeah,
and
you have
that
dementia.
now,
It's
ever.
like-
All right, hang on a second. Fuck, come on,
Jeremy
Tanya.
Harrelson, send her a pamphlet. Yes,
Yes, send her a pamphlet.
she's pamphlets.
Fuck. You know what? This is a new computer, and I've not logged on to Stupid Gram from here, so I
Oh,
don't
you want
have.
me What, Oprah's stupid gram?
Randy Marsh, you're right. Eminem's been on the show twice, and he called him a wigger the whole time. That's
Yeah, he
right.
did.
I got the video. He's been on twice.
You want me to go on this stupid gram?
Can you go on Oprah's Stupid Gram?
Yeah,
And
hold
to
on.
it's
I got
the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's the 6th one down.
Hold on.
Is the one
I
that
go
he's
through Beth's first, so
referencing. Yeah, so he basically starts talking about how she always has these African kids in for Thanksgiving, and
this is horrid.
he just doesn't even really understand how she loses so much
What am I
weight.
looking for exactly?
The 6th one, so you'll see it's
Dancing?
Oprah in the dark. You'll see like a white jumpsuit she has on.
Yeah, I got it. It's a video.
One down.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, got it.
Hey, can while we're still talking about this,
Go
can I
ahead.
do a little screen share?
I
just
think
wanted
we
to show
can
us-
all screen share. Yeah, sure. Go for it.
Hang a second. Give me a second. Let me close
Yeah,
this
mine.
shit. This is actually really funny.
Okay.
Unlike the show today.
Watch this. Watch this. Do, 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 do. I'm
All
going
right,
to shake
so
it off. Shake it off.
Shall I play something while you're looking?
No.
Do we need syncomated clocks?
Still interview Jack Nicholson after all.
Sorry, I have all these like extra doodads.
Yeah, Millie Bobby Brown's the real wish list, Jeremy. Absolutely.
No, Taylor Swift,
Yeah, here we
definitely.
go.
She was on top of that list in the.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
the DiCaprio, right? The list with DiCaprio.
DiCaprio.
Okay.
Watch this, okay?
Okay.
He's talking about Taylor Swift, right? Here's Taylor
Yeah.
Swift.
Yes.
I was sitting.
At-
Yeah.
Yeah, and John, you know where this is going.
Yeah, Nikki.
Right there, she has Kate Upton and like Kate Hudson, like all the cool
Just
kids, right?
to
I
the
just
right,
keep watching.
I
this.
wish that I could
Look,
be
and
like the
there's
cool
Justin
kids.
Long taking their picture. All the cool kids.
Oh my goodness,
Right.
we're having so much
Look at
fun.
all these cool kids.
Look at us, everybody.
And then there's
Aw.
and that's best. See that 5 head over Upton's shoulder.
It's the world's oldest teenager. Look at him.
I love that night. They totally the camera was all up on this group, and like Beth and Howard, look at them.
I wish that
They're
I
just like
could
completely
be like
ignored.
cool kids. Yeah, she's
That's
that
Amanda
wig.
Seyfried, right?
Amanda Seyfried. Yeah.
Jesus, that
Look at
wig
this.
looks
Look at
utterly
this.
ridiculous.
Look at the look on Wiggy's. He is
Got his left side.
miserable because
Miserable.
he only does it. Okay, I think that's it.
Okay.
He only
Jesus.
does these things so that he can be the cool guy.
There's
And,
a DiCaprio picture, X, just like that. Oddly
Yeah.
enough, and they're both on his wish list. He's right
Well, it's
next to
funny
him in a
because
Nick game, and they don't speak.
he goes to his next. Used to go to his next game because he was the center of attention, and then you have all these like young,
Jesus. Want
hipper,
to play the sound?
Oh yeah, we
people
have to play the
right
whole
next to
thing.
and they're
Right.
completely ignored. Like
Whenever
the
you're
camera was
ready.
all over them, and didn't once pan over to Howard for anything.
No, of course. Of course.
He-
Okay, so he's talking about Thanksgiving. He's talking about Oprah. Apparently, there was an article today, as somebody pointed out on Radio Gunk today, about people being upset, like keep Oprah's name out your mouth, basically. And the fact that she, he doesn't understand how she, always like throws her wealth out there and shows everybody everything she has. And, I'm not one to do that. And it's like, nobody gives a fuck that you don't do that. How about the Kardashians, who probably can run circles around you financially as an entity, and they don't give a fuck how much they love
And
that people know how much.
It's also the only thing that would make this show interesting is to turn it into some kind of lifestyles of the Wig and Famous. To listen to that, that's the
absolutely.
only thing he has nothing to offer
Yeah.
except talk about his lifestyle.
Yeah, I brought that up this morning. He absolutely literally has no life experience or nothing to share anymore.
Yes.
There it is. Oh Jesus.
Can you blow it up a little bit?
All right, hold on.
So this is Oprah, and
That's it. That's all I can do.
okay, that's okay. So Oprah is the one in the white jumpsuit right there. So everybody's like, oh my god, she's lost so much weight. She looks so amazing. These are all the girls from the school she has in Africa. coming to see her. Copyright infringement. Okay, so thank you, Taylor Durden. Okay, so that was him talking about her, and Robin, I think, starts to get a little pissy. So
Oh yes. Well, I tell you why.
Yeah.
I don't know if you left it in, but he started talking about Robin's charities, like the Altria one.
oh, and she said, they wanted to name a school after me, and I was like, no.
Wasn't there a whole scam with that? Wasn't it part of 15?
Total scam. Total scam. I
Just
don't
like
think he ever
Ixnay on
saw
the
it.
parody A.
It's just the arrogance of her to think that she, Robin Quivers, can go to the motherland and build something for those who have less. It's a
Right.
fucking sheer height of hubris. What's the deal with Oprah? She's skinny, she's fat, she's skinny, she's fat. What's the deal?
Zero.
That's from Saturday Night Live.
Oh.
Frank Sin's quoted it.
Well, it's not too dissimilar to Robin, let's be honest. But,
No.
but our
At
Robin
least-
was a little upset that the
But Robin, she's skinny, she's fat, kind of skinny, fat.
Oh my God.
She's had better months and better years than others. That's for sure.
Autobot, because what was that? Wakanda Forever.
All right, let's play.
But she lost the fucking weight.
Bring up a picture. I gotta see.
Yeah, I gotta
Ooh.
see.
Somebody give me a picture.
Yeah.
Because I mean, the last time I saw her on one of those Weight
Wow.
Watchers commercials, she was still standing behind something. Maybe this
You can't do that. You're kidding me. She was standing behind something. And
Yeah, why don't you throw up those
Yeah,
cow
isn't Robin
noises?
always behind something?
Yeah, Robin, why would he play those cow noises for Oprah when on Oprah's like worst day, she's still never looked as shitty as you look every fucking day.
Weight
Like,
Watchers?
like, yeah, they'll hide her somehow.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
I fucking love Stedman. I love it. You can make it happen. Yes, Frank Zen. It's from a sketch called Stand Up and Win when Seinfeld hosted. It's a great sketch. The great years of Dana Carvey and Phil Hartman.
Wow. All right, we're gonna talk about Sammy Hagar commercial. Okay, let me do
Yeah,
that
commercial. Yeah, that was.
Yeah. So Sammy Hagar, apparently he just said his music is phenomenal.
And I ended up listening to it 3 times.
3 times.
Wow.
No, he didn't.
And I'm saying that he's not,
No.
he's not asking me to say
Name
it.
all the
He's not paying
songs.
me to say it. It's not a commercial. I don't know that anybody listens to whole albums anymore, but I do.
So so you went on for a little bit about Sammy Hagar
Half
and
hour.
played some of his music, and he painted to it this week. That's his like go-to. I painted to it. So if I painted to it, that means
Sure.
it's something that I really got into and I was really listening to because it's so friggin' phenomenal.
Hold on, real quick. I have
What do you got?
a nice picture of Blobbin. This is the woman that's all jealous of Oprah. This because she's so svelte.
This one?
Yeah, this picture right here. This great
Yeah.
svelte picture.
Yeah, let me see. Let me see what you're talking about with Oprah. Let me see. She's
Yeah,
really jealous.
I don't have my contact lenses on. Was that Zoe Saldana?
Robin Givens.
So that was the Sammy Hagar thing. Okay, then he
That's
started
so
talking about everybody in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, and he went on for a solid hour about who's in, who's out, who should be in, who should be out. I feel like
he did
Xavier
that
and I had that
stupid-
exact same conversation today, but it was before.
Intelligent.
Yeah, well, we were just talking about, because 80s music was such an important part of like growing up and loving those kind of bands, the Smiths, the Cure, Depeche Mode, shit like that. And there were so many bands that were precursors to them, Kraftwerk and, Gary Newman and Joy Division and stuff like that. And Howard knows none of that music. Like that's an entire generation of music that passed him by completely.
No. Well,
So anyway, this has nothing to do with that at all. He just started talking about different groups that haven't.
So and then he went into the whole Jethro Tull thing and tried to do the thing with Aqualung that Artie used to do, and my God, it was 10 minutes of sheer hell.
10 minutes. Dun, 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 dun.
Oh,
And him just saying, he was riffing. Dennis, I don't know why you don't understand. I don't really understand why you don't know that. Oh, New Orleans.
David, are
know
you killing me
anything.
with? Are you kidding me with that Diane Carroll reference? You have no right referencing Diane Carroll, young man.
How dare he? He really.
Robert Fripp. Yes, Dorian Morgan. Robert Fripp. He should be in.
I don't even know who Robert Fripp is.
All right. Robert Fripp was a guitarist for. Oh my God, I just drew a blank. He was
Cinderella?
early 70s.
Xavier, who's Robert Fripp?
I don't know.
Don't know.
Yes,
You
you
know who
do.
Robert Fripp is?
No.
I might.
Oh
Maybe.
my God, I just drew a blank. Come on, King Crimson. That's right.
Oh,
The King Crimson. and oh my God, I drew a blank. But yeah, he's actually a phenomenal
Hanson.
guitarist.
Absolutely, music stream. Kraftwerk is the most influential band since the Beatles. 4/5 electronic dance music and sampled more than any band in history, 1000%. But you must admit, when the Moog machine was out and everybody started playing with it, you have to even give a little bit to what's his face, Clark, Vince Clark. Like you have to give him something because he left Depeche Mode. He went to Yaz. I love Ultravox too. Oh my God, absolutely. Kraftwerk is amazing.
Yes, Frank Zen. I watch it every week. Robert Fripp and his wife Toya. Who is not bad for 62 years old. Not bad
Real.
at all.
Welcome
Yeah,
to the
not bad at
Ultravox
all.
family.
Adamant. Okay, I'll give you Adamant.
Music is
I give him
overrated.
Adamant.
Shellbacks Club.
It's
Music is
a
overrated.
genre. Adam Ant was a little bit. What's the other band where the chick was like 15 years old and one of the
Bow Wow Wow?
covers has her like 15,
Bow
like
Wow Wow?
naked almost?
Bow
Yeah,
Wow
Bow
Wow?
Wow Wow.
Is it Bow Wow Wow? Yeah.
Oh
I think
god.
it was Bow Wow Wow.
And she was only 15 years old, and
She was
that was
14.
actually one of the most controversial album covers of all time.
She was
Everybody,
14.
Even more
Because-
than Houses of the Holy?
oh my God, so much more. Hang
What
on a
was
second.
it?
the-
House of
the
Holy, wasn't that
replacements
just like a
probe, but I'm with
painting or
you on
something?
that.
What?
Houses of the Holy was a kind of a painting more than a picture of a 14-year-old.
No, there was a
chick.
picture, and it was actually Plant's little girl.
Was it
So
really?
Yeah, it was.
Okay, hang on. I gotta show you.
I'm
His
with you
daughter.
on the replacements, Probert 24. Paul Westerberg is the godfather of alternative.
The
music.
replacements were
I
awesome.
feel- Yeah,
They were. Oh my God.
They were also drunk 99% of the time.
Hey, come on.
They were. That's what made them great, dude.
So
Exactly.
this was the album. She was 16. So
Jesus.
they have her completely naked. They were kind of in the very Adam Ant genre of.
Well, they
thing.
were. That's Adam Ant's backup group.
That's Adam Ant's backup,
Yep.
but right. So
Yeah,
So there you go.
That's
This
I
was a
guess,
huge
Ant.
issue though when it came out.
What?
Huge. This was huge when it came out that she was naked on the cover of this album.
Children, I wanna warn you, cause I've been to California.
Okay, so anyway, so he starts talking about Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. He starts talking about how Dolly Parton is in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. I'm really going off on a friggin' tangent because I really do
Yeah.
want to get to the HBO stuff. Brian Ferry is the worst human being I've ever seen in concert in my life.
Really?
Absolutely horrible, horrible.
And-
Couldn't go
and-
to live.
And the worst number 2 pick in the history of the NBA, Monique. They're all out of Duke. Horrible.
By the
Did
way,
nothing.
AJ Bones,
King,
I
King
love
Norris.
Flash.
King Norris. I'm
I
such a
love
sucker for a King Norris reference.
Okay, so here's him talking about Dolly Parton. They get her mixed up with Judy
Loretta
Nash,
Lynn.
Loretta Lynn, or some shit like this.
Coal miner's daughter.
But this is just a classic thing he said
Just
at
the
that moment.
Blobinil.
Oh, that's the only thing they found. But she looks good, man. I mean, I am not a fan of plastic surgery on people, men or women.
I know.
But I'll tell you, whatever she
Do
did,
you not think that people should age gracefully if they can?
I do. I mean, look at
And
me.
That's why
Just
he's
let
had like
it
a
happen.
million procedures.
I don't know. You know, I look at myself and I go, Jesus. I mean, I'm not doing any plastic surgery. So Jesus Christ, I could use a lift.
Wait,
My-
what?
You know.
Did he really just say that?
I don't know how many hours of audio I have of him admitting it.
That guy right there. That guy right there just said that. That guy.
He's had two nose surgeries that he's admitted to.
That we know of.
He had his teeth cap. He had the Crayola people do his hair. What the fuck is he talking
Fillers. All this-
Adam's
all this is
apple,
fillers.
right? Chin
Can you
shaved,
imagine- Can you imagine the balls
The
of
butt
saying
chin.
that?
nose shaved.
Look at that chin. Look at that. I can hold that thing. It's,
It was
And-
literally day one at Sirius with the confessions.
You know
of,
what's hard to process about that picture? That's an after picture.
I know. Oh shit. That is a lawsuit.
That's the worst part of all of it. That's the after.
That's the after. Right.
You
Start.
have a billion,
But
you
nothing.
too could look like this with $1 billion.
Yeah, he's gonna age gracefully, guys. Let's not forget that.
He doesn't believe in plastic surgery. Can we hear that again? I'm sorry.
Please do. Please play again.
Oh, that's the only thing they found. But she looks good, man. I mean, I am not a fan of plastic surgery on people, men or women. But
You know-
I'll tell you, whatever she did,
Do you not think that people should age gracefully?
I do. I mean, look at
and
me.
Just let it happen.
I don't know. You know, I look at myself and I go, Jesus. I mean, I'm not doing any plastic surgery, but Jesus Christ, my neck could use a lift. My fucking,
Get him.
I'm fucking falling apart.
He says you know all the time now.
You know?
Yes.
But he's lying. He goes, you
Brilliant.
know?
Does
G
he-
Canada, great question. What's
does he
worse results?
forget-
Howard's
does he
plastic
forget that he's
surgeon or
admitted to this shit
psychiatrist?
already?
Wait, guys, one at a time. John, say what you're saying.
G Canada is a great post. He goes, what are the worst results? Howard's plastic surgeon or his psychiatrist? Who
Nah,
produces worst results?
that's a
That's
tough one.
such a good.
I think Bon Jovial has joined the chat here.
Uh-oh.
No, no.
Did he
Hey,
announce,
hey.
you know, the Queen's dead?
Bon.
That was a,
We are not doing it. We're
Christ, no.
That's
No,
a
I
cop.
thought I'd drop
We
in.
don't need Marianne from Melbourne.
There's not enough people interrupting each other, so I thought I'd drop in. You know.
You should.
Why
don't
is
have anything better to do.
Australia
Come on,
here?
guys. Yeah, there we go. There we go. I came in for fun. John,
They
have you got
30
one?
poisonous snakes in Australia.
Oh my God, this bit sucks.
Hello, Mr. Jovial. We missed you.
God, this
Does
is as
anyone in the
bad as
chat
his
wanna do one?
apology thing or whatever.
Thanks for
have
dropping in, shithead.
This is going well.
That's actually
one more
sour.
time.
That's
One more
actually
time.
sour shoes, Monique.
One more
Yeah,
time.
you finally got sour shoes on.
You know, it's already tomorrow there, and he still couldn't make this funny.
Oh, Dennis, come on! It's gotta be like
Ooh,
it's gotta be
dang.
It
syncopatic,
was
or whatever
syncopatic.
it's called. David, you must have one for us, please. Come on, play it again, Bon.
Okay. Oh, I thought we were done with it.
I can't think of anything. This is an assassination.
John, thanks for being
bottom.
nice, John. Thanks for being nice to me, John, and
How-
welcoming me. But other than
Anytime.
He's
Anytime.
bombing like the Hunt Hindenburg.
Want to sit in on the
Mary
Deppening
Ann
for 4
from
hours?
Melbourne.
Hello.
Mike
Those
Walker.
are quarter dark meat.
They eat something called fairy toast.
The dingo ate your baby.
Xavier, have you got one? Come on, let's get it all
Baraka
out.
Barbie.
That's our 5th copyright strike.
Oh,
Public
God.
domain.
Flapjacks.
No monetization.
I start every
Best-selling
Deppening,
flapjack.
Monique, by saying I own the rights to all Warner Brothers and Disney properties. And that
Exactly.
clears me.
Oh, X do one is Bruce.
I put Howard on block.
Oh, come on. Wow, was that
I know. What do you expect?
bigger than a beer can? Sell 10 carat schmatas. Hydrox tastes like cardboard.
I need to go make another drink.
So you have to
Dennis
do like
has a
have
problem.
another drink, Den. That's the way it works.
Dennis,
I love this song, and I just can't
gurgle.
handle this.
Sounds like someone needs my phone call. Robin snuffing deer meat. All right, enough of that. So,
Howard fingers.
oh God. Okay, music stream says Rock and Roll Hall of Fame is a disgrace. It's gone rap, hip hop, R&B, Foreigner Sticks, Boston, Ozzy, not inducted, but Madonna, Whitney, Eminem is going to be all rap and R&B from here on in. Should change the name.
And
Yeah,
Silverchair.
we know it sucks. Yoda is a dead cat. Oh, I should have done that. Olympics
best part-
2030.
The best part about the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, Monique, is you can do whatever you want with it. It's arbitrary. There's no best musician. There's no
Oh,
best anything.
I
You can
see
put
that.
anybody you
So
want.
let's go on.
Oh.
Whiskers has feline leukemia. What the hell is going on here? You can't just drop that on us. You know, we have 70 writers in the back. We're just
Exactly.
put something together for us. We're not that
Smart.
We were on a roll.
dating chicks from Princeton.
Christina
Robin's
has my
scratching in her
jacket.
McDowell's is the home of the Big Mick.
Okay, enough. So we're gonna go on to the HBO
Shaving
Dropout.
Howard's chest hairs. That's good, Jeremy.
Go eat my baby.
Go eat
That's collapsed it. Okay. Robin loves the chow mein.
Oh, this is never
Army
gonna end.
Walmart chicken.
Yes, he does. Arm makes his own bagels.
Deppening
good
on
timing there,
Friday.
Good Lord.
Oh, you know,
Wait,
Aldi,
I got
too
one.
much.
Wait.
Aldi, you took it right over the
Dennis washes his driveway.
Dennis washes his driveway.
All right, so let's go on to the HBO production. Oh, bye, AJ Bones. Have a good night. Thanks, everyone. Okay, so here's our thing for the HBO production. So let's talk about this a little bit and get going with this. Xavier, can you do me a favor? Can you drop the other piece of whatever you have up there off the stream? Thank you. Okay, here we go. Hang on.
But the SiriusXM app has it. I should thank a bunch of people that, in order to put this thing together, not so easy. Like, I just don't sit at home and snap my fingers and say, hey, let's put the Bruce Springsteen thing on HBO. It took a village, Scott Green's.
So now he's going to start talking about all the people that he can thank from HBO and from all Liberty Media, Liberty. And, if you remember in our past shows, like the last 2 weeks or so, he's been talking about all the people he's wanted to thank, but he's like, I don't know if I should mention them on air or if they want to be mentioned. But obviously he got the okay to mention them. So now we can talk about these people.
Jennifer Witz.
Right.
Greg Maffei, who I called up and I said, Greg, please help me.
Please help me. Why are you begging? Why are you begging?
Context of who Greg Maffei is.
I got this.
Hold on. You got that? Okay.
I'm in with you. I am.
Yeah, I don't know that name either, Dennis. That's
it's a big deal. So, okay, keep going. Yeah,
Here we
Greg
go.
Maffei. He's
Greg
only
Maffei.
the CEO of Liberty Media.
Yes, he went to Dartmouth and Harvard Business School.
Yeah.
He was born in 1960. He is part of Libya. He's been with Liberty Media since 2005. He's their president and CEO. Yep. They have a controlling interest in the Atlanta Braves, SiriusXM, Live Nation Entertainment. He is president and CEO of Liberty Broadband Corporation, which has a stake in Charter Communications, serves as chairman and CEO of Liberty, TripAdvisor. Mm-hmm. He holds a controlling interest in TripAdvisor. Yeah. Liberty and TripAdvisor were spun off from Liberty Media and Liberty Interactive. In addition, he serves as executive chairman of Q-Rate Retail, which owns digital commercial businesses including QVC, HSN, Zulily, and Cornerstone Brands. Fucking guy has his hands in pretty much everything that's going on.
Monique, you know how you can edit Wikipedia? I'm going to change his colleges to Adelphi and see if you notice.
In Full Sail.
So he basically jumped in Ted Turner's grave. I'm reading from that. Yeah.
You could tell everybody went to the Big 8 pop show. Okay, so he continues to talk about this Greg Maffei and some other people.
I want to get
Who
this
is Greg
thing.
Maffei?
Whoa.
What?
Now you better apologize.
This woman doesn't know.
He's got around here. What are you talking about?
Sorry, Greg Maffei.
Oh, man. Boy, you would. Oh, I feel bad when you go in for a raise. Oh, man. Holy mackerel.
How am I supposed to know Greg Maffei? He never walked up to me and said hello.
Don't worry, Robin. We're going to edit this out of the show.
Okay, I'm sorry. So the CEO, CFO, every LMNOP person is supposed to come up to you and say hello.
Yes.
How am I supposed to know who this guy is? He's never come up to me and said anything. So why would I know who the fuck he is?
Howard's so accessible.
I mean, it was a big deal because Malone passed the torch. John Malone's the one that started Liberty Media, and he can pick this guy to take over the company.
And Stockton passed
really
Malone,
handpicked him.
You don't want that. You don't want.
What does Greg Maffei do?
What does God do? What does God do? What does he do? Did he create the earth?
God? He's
Yeah,
the
what does
creator.
God do? Right. Well, that's who that is.
So he's shocked that she doesn't know who Greg
Trouble.
Maffei is.
Well, good luck getting a raise around here or concert tickets or any kind of special treatment, but if you don't know who that is. He's the guy. He's the guy.
He's the
He's
guy.
above us all. He's the guy. He owns it all. You know, him and
Oh.
well, anyway, he's the president and
okay.
CEO of Liberty Media.
Right.
He's a big deal.
Oh.
So anyway, and then
Maybe he did walk up to me and say hello.
yeah,
Right. Sure he did.
yeah, he's the man.
Sure he
Greg
did.
Maffei. And then
Sorry, Greg.
you know, he's the only man in America with Taylor Swift tickets. He's the only one who got them. He that's how
And
powerful
he got right through because
Got
he's
right
Greg
through,
Maffei.
yeah. That's right. No, anyway, so Greg
Because he owns Live Nation.
got on the
He
phone to Zaz.
Zaz.
And Zaz was in one of the board meetings. And you know who Zaz is, right?
No.
Oh, my God. What happened to you? No wonder you don't get special treatment around here. You don't know Zaz?
You don't know Zaz? You don't know Zaz?
I love
Hold on,
what
let me
Dick.
tell you. Let me
But
tell
Zaz
you.
has nothing to do with Sirius.
Please let me tell you who Zaz is.
It's hilarious.
Zaz is David Zaslav, who is also born in 1960. Interestingly enough, he is the CEO and president of Warner Brothers Discovery. Spearheaded the transaction between AT&T and Discovery to combine to Warner Media in April of 2022. He is NBC Universal, Discovery, Warner Brothers. Let's see, Warner Brothers Discovery. He is on the board of SiriusXM.
No,
Wouldn't
seriously?
you know? Wouldn't you know?
Shocking, shocking,
you
isn't
know?
it? Incest, man, incest.
Wouldn't you know? Right?
Dick Lucas says Howard's mouth is full of executive cock now.
That's very true. Very true. So you don't know who's
He's executive.
you don't know who Zaz is. I am shocked. Hang on.
You know these executives had nicknames.
Wow. Well, you are just living in a cocoon, aren't you?
Yes.
You know,
And
you're
you
going to be
guys
moving.
keep me here. So
Listen to
it's
this.
not my
Greg
fault.
Maffei goes, I'm going to make this happen. And he picked up the phone to Zaz, who was in a board meeting. And Zaz said, hey, man, putting this on HBO. And then the big kahuna at HBO. Who's the big deal at HBO? We're not moving on with the show till you say his name.
John
Howard,
Oh,
you better end the show
Wow.
because I'm a little behind on knowing who runs HBO.
Willie
Fistergash.
Willie Fistergash.
That's right.
No.
That was the last
Fistergash.
one I knew. And I know he's not there anymore.
David Zaslav is president and CEO of Warner Brothers Discovery. And this guy, and then he and Casey Bloys were talking.
Look at
Casey
this.
Bloys,
Look at
who
this
runs
name
HBO.
dropping.
Boy, oh boy, no wonder,
yeah.
no wonder I got to go running around making all these deals.
Look at all the phone calls that had to be made for
Buckwald
this
was
idiot
crazy.
to have 2 hours and 20 minutes of fucking drivel. Now, so I did a little dive. There was this article on a site called Decider, where to watch Howard Stern's HBO interview special with Bruce Springsteen. Okay, where else could you watch it but fucking HBO Deciders, you stupid page. So Howard Stern, YouTube page, interview. Okay, produced by the Howard Stern Production Company and Thrill Hill Productions and SiriusXM. So I go to see, let's see who Thrill Hill Productions.
Yeah. Good call.
Oh, look who the key principal is there. None other
Yeah.
than Mr. Bruce Springsteen. Then, interestingly enough, when you go to look at, check it out. When you go to look at the Howard Stern Production Company, look who the key principal is there.
Will Murray.
Will Murray?
Will Murray.
Really?
Murray is the
What happens if you
key-
scroll down, Monique? What else is on here?
You really don't have anything.
That's it. Okay. You can tap into it a little more.
Usually you have to get a free trial. If anybody has Dun & Bradstreet, I would love to go into the D&B here and check out who all the different people are that are part of the principals of the Howard Stern Production Company.
Is there anything special, Monique? Because this is your hood of 111 West 40th Street.
No, it's just a non-plus building. It's nothing.
Okay.
It's just a nothing building. But yeah, if anybody has a Dun & Bradstreet that can go in here and check out, I'm just shocked that Will Murray is the is the key principle
When's the
there.
last time this thing was updated?
It's done in Bradstreet, so it's where you get your credit from. So,
No, this
you know, you
website.
have
When's the
to
last
have
time that
it.
information was updated?
Huh? I don't. You're asking questions I cannot answer. I'm sorry.
Did we all think Bruce Springsteen's team of managers and handlers were going to let him do that for free, like Howard's leading us to believe? This is just of the kindness of his heart to just be on HBO for 2 hours for nothing.
Yes, it's benevolence.
Yes,
Obviously.
of course.
Yeah, of course.
Okay, key principle, says David, just means Will has an extra set of keys to the 36th floor of the McGraw-Hill building. Yeah, that's probably true.
Yeah. You know, but so
yeah.
this all ties together with that whole article I pulled last time we all got together about John Malone rambling on about HBO and their $3 billion loss because all these people are intertwined with his companies, and like I said, Liberty Media is going to buy HBO. This is already being set in motion. This is going to happen. It's going to happen. Oh, it's going to happen.
All I know is that an Emmy is in the works here.
Oh, that's what this is.
Well,
all
I
about.
just want to give you a quick shout out to the Bruce Springsteen interview. Of course, I listened to it live. Of course, I listened to it on the app. But watching it the other night on HBO, I am just predicting that you're going to win an Emmy for your performance.
Sure.
You America's judge.
I won't get an Emmy. They,
Stop
I don't know.
it.
You think I got a shot?
Absolutely.
I really do. I think it was marvelous.
HBO is a perfect spot because they get recognized.
Well, first of
for
all,
those kind of.
Yeah. Okay. This is all this is leading to, you guys. All the talk about the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, all the talk about, you know, all the thanks, all the this, all of that, everything he did today was okay. Well, you know, you want to be a part of the HBO family, then and Lizzo's coming in. What is it, next week maybe? So that's gonna be,
Yeah, she'll be the last guest.
I know.
Use a white
She'll play her
use a
flute. She'll play us
widescreen.
out. She'll play us out with her flute.
Monique,
Right.
isn't there some special category in the Emmys called cable special programming where it's like, what is he going against with that? You know what I mean? Just
Not
like a
much.
special event cable programming.
wins an
It's like
Emmy
some
for
nebulous
an
bullshit
interview?
award. Right. Kobe Bryant is an Emmy.
Howard.
I'm sorry, Oscar. So they could just make up any kind of stupid. Who is this competition in this?
Well, let's look at the categories, and let's see. Hang
It's
on.
some kind of thing like special event cable or something.
Yep.
Dude, they have a million. I mean, they have
They could just
Emmys for the local weather person. Who gives a fuck? It's a worthless trophy.
Yeah, exactly.
Has anyone won
Considering
an
the
Emmy
fact that,
for an interview?
Dude,
The
I'm not
American
saying
Dream
trophy. They have
is
local
every year.
Emmys. They have them for the traffic guy here. It's like, who gives a crap?
No, but he means the one that's broadcast on the TV, the main
It's
Emmy.
still the same fucking trophy.
And you're looking at it
What
going,
category,
what is this?
John?
Right.
What
It's
category
like
would he get
special-
nominated?
Well, it's not
special-
limited or anthology series. It's not drama, comedy.
Special event, something, like a one
Governors,
shot.
a variety talk series. No, that's usually John
No.
Oliver, Seth Meyers, Jimmy Kimmel. Penny Crone has Emmys. Exactly.
She does.
Mhm.
Oh, Jesus.
Television movie, writing variety special,
You can do something like
limited anthology series or movie, variety sketch series, which is only Saturday Night Live. Yeah,
Well, here's
no.
a good
Like,
question in the
like
chat.
Bob
Here we go.
Costas would get an Emmy for his an interview he did for HBO.
Will he go to the Emmys if he's nominated? Absolutely.
Yeah.
It'll say
Absolutely.
miscellaneous other Emmy.
And Beefus will slaughter cats
Oh,
and make
gosh,
a dress
he'll
out
wear,
of
like,
them.
the shittiest fucking dress known to mankind for the most money,
But
shittiest dress.
wait.
I don't know what your
If he gets
category should be in.
hang on. If he gets nominated, you think he'd actually go to a ceremony?
Yes.
Mr.
No,
Yes.
he couldn't
Yes, he
because there's
will.
a chance he'll lose, and if he loses, he's embarrassed. He wouldn't go.
Right. You know what?
He
You're
wouldn't
right.
go.
It'd have to be guaranteed that he's going
Yeah.
to win. He needs
Like
to
I think
be
they know in
directed.
advance.
Vanguard Award?
That's true, Bob. That's a
Oh,
great
maybe
point. But I think
I
that
don't know.
he ain't going in anything unless he knows he wins. Then he'd know in advance. I think it's all fixed now. I think it's like AGT. It's fixed.
I don't, is anybody knowing what the Emmy award that he thinks that he'd be going for? Don't forget, there's the daytime Emmys as well. I
Who
mean,
even votes on this, Monique? What's the Emmy committee? Who even votes on the Emmys?
I
I
think
don't
they,
know.
they put names on a dartboard.
Yeah,
I really
exactly.
don't know. I don't know what this could even be. It's a special, right? So it's
Yeah. Hold on, I'm looking through all the categories.
I know.
I've always said the best award is the SAG award because it's everybody with a Screen Actors Guild card voting. That's way better than an Oscar, right?
Yes.
It's just a higher cross section of people.
Oh,
One
an
The
Oscar's
Oscar
not
committee, who
that
gives a
bad
shit what they
because
think?
that's your peers. Oscars
Yes,
your peers
your
as well,
peers.
though. So
Right.
you're right, though. A SAG would be great, or an Oscar, but people are embarrassed about the Oscars for some reason.
16,000 members can vote for nominations in the 14 best program categories, which include drama, comedy series, limited series. See, it would have to be a limited series, wouldn't it?
Autobot says Whitney Cummings actually blurted out on a podcast that the Emmys are bought. I believe that. I believe that. 100%.
And yeah, it's
Yeah,
nothing.
Chaka Khan, who knows these things, says there is no Emmy category for one interview taken from a podcast.
I don't know. I'll go through. I remember some weird stuff getting Emmys.
Yeah, but some of them are variety. Some of them are
Yeah,
Emmy
he's throwing in
programs.
variety, right? It's just the most
It's a
nebulous
talk
word in the world.
series. So
Right.
he'd have to do like probably another like 5 of these, and then it would be a limited series.
He
Or
couldn't get nominated for that one. That
Hey,
interview
Bond.
wasn't nominated. You
Hey,
wouldn't
Bond.
be nominated for that.
Hey, Bon.
Yo,
You do know
yeah.
the RadioGunk has got their grubby hands on an Oscar, right?
Oh yeah, you want to show them?
We have our hands on a grubby
gunky.
Oscar.
A grubby Oscar?
A grubby
It's a
Oscar.
grubby Oscar.
We do have an Oscar. This is
Oscar the
good.
Grouch or
Do you have a
what?
picture for us?
We actually have an Oscar, believe it or not.
Oh, somebody's created a beautiful piece of art, have they?
Well, are you going to show it to us? You want to send it to me?
No, not right now. I'll take a picture of it.
Xavier has an Oscar.
Like legit.
Like legit.
Remember when the Oscars were awesome in the
Stole it
90s
from
and
an
the
old
80s?
Not anymore.
Everyone would tune in. You remember? Like I'd
Yeah, when it was good?
They've been
Must watch
garbage
TV.
for like what?
Must watch
When was the
TV.
last time the Oscars were good?
Long time.
I honestly
in the
can't
90s,
even remember anymore.
probably. Yeah, it was.
I think
it used to
I think
be
streaming
awesome.
services have killed it, Bon. I think the streaming services muddling up the movies. They
But
don't
it's
know
like-
what to see
It's like-
anymore.
there's
They
not
don't know
even
what.
like a movie that you go, oh, you know what? That's a good movie. I should.
No, you don't know what the best.
Oh, look at
There is
this.
no
This
best
is what he's
movies.
going for. Lisa Stein, you hit it. Oprah was
Okay.
nominated for a Harry interview, outstanding hosted nonfiction series or special.
There you go. So Howard
Thank
can't
you, Lisa.
compete with that kind of
Yes.
thing. You
Right.
know,
Oprah.
that'll never happen.
And who's he
Oprah,
going
it's
against?
Oprah.
There's more
And
than
what-
one to. Isn't there like just like one a year? What else is out there?
Yeah.
Right.
By the way,
And
Oprah's
what's
won
his
an Oscar.
competition?
Oprah's almost an EGOT. You'll never have what Oprah has. You'll never ever have it. You're so fucking jealous.
Sin Luhu, you're not far off.
What
do you wanna
Barbara
say? What-
Walters
What
used to
she was saying.
win. Thank you, Lisa Stein. by the
Xavier
way.
stole an Oscar. Look at Dennis. All right, so here's the Metallica
So
commercial.
how special can an Oscar be if RadioGunk has a hold of one?
You know what? You can keep talking about it all you want, but if there's no picks, then it's
There's a million picks.
picks
So-
or it didn't happen.
I wouldn't pay
Yeah, yeah.
Dennis.
Yeah.
The guy's a pro. All right. Anyway, yeah, that's great. Tomorrow's show we'll get to. I
That
promise
was a
you.
big surprise. That was fun.
Yeah. Well, Lars said, could I come on at the end of the show and announce this tour and play you this new song? And I said, fuck yeah, come on and
Awesome.
please, I'd be honored. And so it was great to hear from him. Such a great
See
drummer.
him and hear from him.
Yeah, that new song really fucking. I mean,
Oh yeah, I didn't play it because it was
Please,
just
it's
too much.
awful.
But yeah,
Has everyone heard that song? It's not bad. It's not bad
terrible.
actually.
It is
It's Seth
absolutely
Balls.
terrible.
It kind of rings
It's-
back to the earlier sort of sound of Metallica. If
Does
if
it?
anyone's a big fan,
No,
yeah.
not really.
Nah.
It sounds like
bad.
they used to do. Metallica did a lot of covers. They did like cover albums. It sounds like a cover from an album, but they've actually written it, so it has this vibe. But I just can't.
Is it
It's
throwback?
amazing they
It's,
kept it a
it's the
secret.
kind of music you hear
you know.
at a gay club where they're doing a twink.
Exactly.
Oh my God, you guys. David says movies are having an existential crisis. They get super defensive about streaming TV, doing movie-like
Yeah, they're
content.
jealous, right? And they're doing it
You
better.
know what? There is a definitive difference, though, between a movie that like Netflix, it's a Netflix special, and a movie. It just is. You know, I don't really see them on the same.
They don't make movies like they used to make movies. The
Well,
movie
that's why the Oscars aren't as fun, right? I mean, you know, there was a time when the Oscars came on, and you saw like maybe
an
3
event.
out of the 5 or 6 movies, right?
Bob
used to be
Hope.
an event.
It's
Now
when
not so
Bob
much.
Hope was hosting it. That's when it was good. Like that's how long ago it was.
Well, it lets the commoners step over the velvet
Exactly.
rope.
Bob Hope was the host.
Oh well,
It was the
Dennis
gay
has,
Super Bowl.
well, Dennis has
Tory
his
Morgan.
cat there. Well, Dennis has his cat there. Let me play another little.
That's the way to like.
Do you mind?
Remember, I would walk through a room. I always like if I walk in a room and a couple of my cats are there, I say hello to them. You know, I go, hey,
Hello, cat.
and I always try
Hello,
to make a
cat.
fuss, but for some reason, my wife is in the room. She goes,
Hello.
"You didn't say hello to Helen.
Hello.
You didn't say hello to Pebble.
Do you think this actually?
You didn't say
happens?
hello to Bella." I go, "Honey, I just walk in the room, and you're accusing me of not saying hello to Pebble and Helen and all the cats, Walter. I do say hello, but you got to give me a second to say hello to them."
He's literally having a conversation with Beth about the fact that when he walks into a room, he doesn't say hello to every single cat.
If he doesn't have notes in front of him, he doesn't know the cats' names.
No, he has no idea.
Can you blame him? No, there's a
to be
lot. There's
fair-
a lot of cats there.
If he fucking just threw out names, would we know?
No,
We
we
just
wouldn't.
make shit up on the air. Like, what the fuck?
No,
Like, we
we
wouldn't know.
wouldn't.
No, that's not Peaches.
We wouldn't know. He's not fucking
fuck?
peaches. And by the way, she literally could show us kitten pictures from like 2016.
Track.
We would
Oh,
never.
check your messages.
Okay.
Check your messages.
As well as a carbon footprint bigger than Bob Lanier, so they didn't never have to be in the same room.
This is true.
It's only 15,000 square feet.
Yeah, right.
All right.
Do you guys remember when Howard announced he was taking over for Barbara Walters on ABC with that old Lloyd
Yes.
Braun bullshit, and it never happened? It had to be a money thing. I think it was like 2004 he announced it. He was officially taking over for Barbara Walters on ABC.
All right, here comes the Oscar. Hang on a second. Bastard.
It's a shitty picture.
Xavier has a flip phone.
I did. No, it's an Obama phone.
Metallica, Jump the Shark, David C.
There is
Metallica,
Xavier's
Armani.
Oscar. Dun, 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 dun.
I have better pictures of it more.
Right behind the haunted mansion stuff. Dun, 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 dun.
Expensive.
So does it say anything on the bottom? Is there? Is it?
No. It's a
No.
DVD.
No,
we could put Bon Jovi's name on there and send it to him.
Can we?
Why me?
Can we
I don't know.
congratulate ourselves?
That sounded
Here,
You
all we have
could.
to
I
do
mean,
is make a little
it
gold
wouldn't be very
sticker.
hard.
It's
Yep.
just a sticker we
But
can
just a
put on
sticker.
that.
Just a
Get it
sticker.
engraved. Xavier, go and get it engraved with RadioGunk.
No, it's more valuable this way.
Oh my God,
Is that
that
a
Emmy
re-
looks like
Do they make
like when you
them?
have an autograph,
Where
you
where
never-
did you get that?
I can't tell you legally on it.
Is that real?
I get
Is that a
trouble.
real one or is it like a
I
replica?
can't tell you. Is this what you think it is?
that
It's a
Emmy could look
replica.
like
Okay, cool.
He's not gonna.
Yes, that's exactly right.
Yeah, replica.
He's not gonna tell
Yeah.
us. It's a blank.
Yeah.
Is that what it really looks like?
You can do a Google search on it right now.
How heavy is it?
It's a good weight.
Like
I think it's 10 karat gold.
It's 10 karat gold. It's
Plated?
plated. It's plated gold.
It's plated gold.
Well, thank you for sharing that with us. That's a,
Yeah,
that's a
I
lovely
wish I had a
thing.
better picture. But that's the one I could.
Yeah,
Jamie,
yeah,
that Emmy looks like it could lose about 15 pounds.
All right. So we are wrapping up tonight's 2-hour-long show. I just want to throw out there the fabulous long pause during the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame commercial.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Shit.
By the way, guys, did he bring up TNT at all and their promotion
Yeah,
and the crossover?
No.
No.
Okay,
he
that's
didn't give a
bizarre.
shit.
That's
He didn't care.
so strange.
But
No,
this
but
pause,
they
yeah, I
did
pointed
promo.
out this pause because it was ridiculous. I know
Yeah,
my
this
radio
was a
friend.
crazy ass pause. So we're gonna end our show with a pause. So hang on, here we go.
I bet you Olivia Rodrigo was pissed.
Okay, so he's talking about how Taylor Swift. Oh no, Alanis and Morissette was supposed to do a duet with Olivia Rodrigo, who is famous for just let's go with she was either on like Instagram or TikTok and she
Like, he
got
knows who that
discovered, and you know she had like a really popular song, and now she's pretty popular. So he has no idea who she is, but okay, let's go with it.
I bet you Olivia Rodrigo was pissed because she probably was planning on a duet. Well, whatever.
Wait.
Mm. Well, anyway, that was that. I don't
That is a 22-second long clip.
You could
And half
sack
it is
Justin
nothing.
Fields on an alligator count.
Why isn't Robin helping him a little bit there? Like,
Are you kidding? Are you kidding?
You know what? Because you know where that pause goes?
Where?
A gentleman named Arthur Lang is where that pause goes.
Yeah.
That was Artie's role. All that silence you hear is no comedian in the studio.
Yeah. There
But
you go.
the Metallica 45-minute infomercial was painful. I mean, it literally
I'll have
was.
to watch that.
It was
Yeah.
purely an
Lars just
infomercial.
called in. It wasn't really anything other than him just calling in.
Yeah, it was him
because I think
calling
they
in,
promote
and it
him
was
going on concert and this
bad.
This new
Did
CD.
he pre-promote Lars Ulrich?
Nope. No,
Oh, yeah,
he just
popped
showed
on.
up.
Rarely
He
does
just
that
showed
happen.
up and did a commercial for 45 minutes.
He just showed up. All right,
you
guys.
know what
we're
could have
tired.
happened there?
Yeah,
Oh,
so
never
she,
mind.
Bon Jovi is all like peppy now because it's like morning for him. So
I like metal music, so I could talk about Metallica. Gary probably called their manager because Gary knows Metallica's management, and he probably called them and said, "Holy shit, you just dropped a new clip. Do you want to get Lars on the phone?" Might have happened like that.
Don't they also
They
have
probably-
a steering station? Don't
They
also
probably
have a
didn't even mention it to Howard that it was going to happen.
I know this was so detailed. This sounded like it, and then there was a commercial. He did a read right after it ended, so this was all part of him getting paid to promote this. That's literally what this was because he did a live read right after it ended for the tour.
I'm
and the
sorry,
album.
somebody is asking a question here.
I wanna feel the sun, have barbecues. I wanna see my friends, the old and new. We'll turn on the game and share some laughs, and we'll play this and that. Now say goodbye.
The worst pictures
Or
ever.
blah, blah, blah.
I love how you have that uploaded in the brand, so we're all automatically muted. That's the best part.
Yes, of course.
Oh, music stream. I agree with you. I hate men. Alanis Morissette. No, we hate men.
That's why she backed out because
Yes,
she thought that
whatever.
misogynistic and abusive
But
and all
yeah,
that shit.
but this was all wig pro quo. This was all an extra payment for him, because got to buy more pocketbooks and kitty litter.
Hey,
and
Yes,
somebody's gotta
A
feed her
Brizzo.
something.
That is
Wow.
Beth's brother, A Brizzo. Yes.
Oh my God, yes. You know what? One day we're actually going to pick through that.
Oh
We
my
should.
God.
We should really do that.
We
See,
probably
he's
have.
so right. He looks like a Neanderthal Pittsburgh.
Oh, absolutely. They both are. I mean, they're almost,
Isn't that
they're almost
redundant,
spitting image
David?
of each
You know what's so cute? It's 11 o'clock and we could probably talk for another hour, but we're not gonna because we have
Metallica
a
shop
show
at Armani.
and we got to go to bed.
This
I
is
must
hour
wash my
17.
All right, guys, we love you. We will talk to you tomorrow. Have a great night. Hey guys, thanks for hanging with us tonight. Please join us for any further discussion at RadioGunk.com in the forum section. Follow us on Instagram and Twitter at RadioGunk. And don't forget to like this and subscribe to us and hit that little bell so you know when we're doing a new show. Thanks.